What's good? Jay Watts live on the mic once again. Y'all gotta let me know if this thing is coming in clear or not. Let me go over to Facebook real quick because I gotta go crank this up over there. So let me know if this is coming in clear, if it's kind of crackly or something like that, because I can always go through and fix it. Let me see. I'm trying to open up Facebook right now, and I'm actually going through Windows Explorer today. I'm not going through Google like I normally do, so hopefully this thing doesn't glitch on us. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, cool. I think we're in there. Now let me go back in here real quick. I want to try something. Where is this thing at? I just had it in here. I think this is it. Is this it right here? Man, I hate going through Explorer because it's moving so slow, man. I hate that. I usually use Google. What up, Elliot? Elliot from the NY. Yeah, this wasn't the one I was going through. It was something else I was going through. Let me try something. I'm gonna go back over here real quick. Yeah, because I hate going through Explorer because Explorer is so super slow, man, and it glitches a lot. But when I go through, let me see. There we go. All right, I got the right one now. What up, Dante? My man, what's good? Yeah, I'm just trying to set things up right now because I got something special to do. As soon as I get there we go. All right, cool. I'm used to going through Google, so everything is in my Google. Now, going through, today I had to go through Explorer, Windows Explorer, because something's happening with Google right now. I don't even know. So I said, well, I'll just pull it up in Explorer. In Explorer, and it works right. What up, Jay Forbes, my man? So to get started with this live stream, y'all know on the last live stream, my man Big C305 came through and he dropped a couple of nice super chats for us. And I told him what I was going to do. I said, I'm going to hook you up for that, man, because you took care of us at the barbecue. I appreciate that. So without further ado, let me go in here real quick. I'm going to share a screen with you guys because this is what he was talking about right here. Let me share. This right here is what he was talking about. Crew Winwood. This is down in Miami. So he said for any Uber drivers that come through, he's going to give you 50% off. So Crew Winwood launches in Miami. Small plates, cocktails, and more. Now, this is an article from September 2024. So they've been open for a while right now. So we'll pass the first paragraph because they're just talking about when they're going to open. But what Crew is, it's a part of a chain of locations with locations in Texas, Florida, Georgia. Crew aims to establish itself as a social destination in the Wynwood area. So the restaurant combines elements of a luxury bar with a dining and lounge experience. The menu is designed to feature chef-inspired dishes and curated cocktails in an atmosphere tailored for relaxation and socializing. So if you're down in Miami, it's located 3535 Northeast 2nd Avenue in Miami. So you can follow them on Instagram at Crew Winwood. So that's for my man, Big C305. Any driver, you're a Lyft driver, Uber driver, if you're a private driver, go down there and chat with him, talk to him, say you heard about him on the barbecue. And like I said, this right here, man, they got a lot. I was kind of going through their menu a while ago. They got some pretty good stuff down there. A lot of good dishes, man. They got some crazy looking food, and they got hookah. And it's hookah down there. So make sure you go down there, check out Crew Winwood. My man, Big C305. Just tell him, say, hey, man, I heard about you on the barbecue, man. I know most hated on YouTube. What up? So you go down there, you get 50% off just by being a driver. You rocking with the 300. The 300 is going to take care of you, man. Wherever you go in the United States, you could be anywhere. We going to take care of you somehow. So go hang out with Big C. Like I said, they got hookah down there. They got music. They got good food going. What up, Jess? Man, I got a client today, so I'm getting ready to go pick her up in a couple of hours. Well, I got to get ready in a couple of hours. So I'm like, let me spend some time with the 300 for a minute. Let me get on and chat with you guys for a second, man. But I just wanted to make sure I got my man Big C out the way. You know what I'm saying? He kicked me down with a little cash on that last live stream. So I said, dude, I'm going to take care of you on my next live stream. I'm going to make sure when we come in the door, I'm going to let people know if you're down in Miami or if you're even close to Miami, go check him out. He's going to take care of you. And he's going to take care of your bill, 50% off your bill. And that's why I'm trying to get down to the Port St. Lucie to hang on with my kid. So we might have to drive down and check him out. I ain't going to have nothing to do anyways. I'll be cruising around Florida. Might go stop by and see him. He says, I'm kicking the hair to Wendy's, man. Leave that Wendy's and go down to Miami. What you doing? Put down that greasy burger. That Crew Winwood, they got hookah and everything down there, man. Our Lyft is dead right now. Man, what you might have to do, Greg, you know how we do at the 300. You know what we do. You might have to cruise up. If somebody's only a mile away, you only losing a mile. Cruise up. Talk to them. Hey, I can't do this for no $9, but we can make a deal. You got to get out and negotiate, because some of these pings coming through, they trash, they garbage. But if you want to turn that garbage into, hey, one man's trash is another man's treasure. You might have to turn those trash rides into some treasure. Today I got, I think Jared today, he hit me up on, he was on the app or whatever. He said he converted a $39 Uber ride into a $75 private ride. The $39 was garbage. And then he turned around and he's getting another $75 from the same lady on Monday, taking her back to the airport. He's making $150 instead of $80, because Uber was gonna pay him $39 and $39. He was gonna get $80. He's getting $75 and $75. This is how you got to fight for your money out there. You don't want to sit there and just see all this good money just go through your fingertips. You're watching all this money go. Every time we decline rides, there's money through our fingertips. Some rides I won't take. It's 8 miles away. I'm not driving 8 miles away just to be told no. I'm not driving 10 miles away. I'm not driving 6 miles away. If it's a mile away, I'll take a chance. A mile away, I'll take a chance. It's only a mile. What up, kid? So I'll cruise over there real quick, let them know, hey, man, they're trying to give me this ride for $24, man. I'm taking you 24 miles. I'm going to upgrade you right now. Black SUV, I'm going to upgrade you $50, man. $50 out, black SUV, you all the way out there. All right, bet, let's do it. You got to have your pitch together, have your sales pitch together. Know what you're going to say when you get there. If you don't know what you're going to say, or you have no idea on how to sell, you might be in the wrong business. I'm just telling you right up, you might be in the wrong business. Use all the tools around you. If you're dressed up nice, say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give you the nice upgraded service, this and that. Use all the tools around you. You can't go and think Uber's gonna pay you, Lyft is gonna pay you. Nobody gonna hold your hand through this business. You gotta make a path in this business. You gotta cut your path through all these weeds around. Get your machete, start chopping down vines and shit. You gotta work through it. They not gonna make it easy. Look at Lyft. Lyft is talking about going overseas. You know why Lyft is saying going overseas now? Because Trump came in, shut it down. We ain't using no immigrants over here. So they're going to try to go to another country, hopefully a country where they can get cheap labor. So they're going to go somewhere, get some cheap labor. So now they could be like, yeah, we ain't got to deal with them Americans over there doing private rides, getting their worth and knowing their worth. We're going to do this with some people who, cheap labor. We're going to get the money back for the investors by doing cheap labor. Nah, we already see the game. If Lyft really knew how to work their magic and work their market, they would stay in and they would focus on this market here and get more market share in America and Canada. They can't get market share in America and in Canada because private rides are taking over. They can't do it. They're like, man, we trying to go over there and get all this. But man, the moment we try to make a move, private drivers coming out the woodwork now. We're going to lose in America. People are too sharp in America. Let's go overseas. Let's see if we can work our magic over there. Because we can't keep investing into America and these people are just going private. We already see the game for what it is. They played chess with us by lowering our money, taking our salary. They played chess with the wrong group. Now, all of a sudden, they don't know what they want to get up from the chessboard. Be like, you know what? I don't think we're going to win in America, man. Let's go find another country that we could do some cheaper labor in. We could do some cheap labor overseas. We could do something different. We already know the game over here. Things are changing. Riders know. They're probably, you look at all of what's coming on in the apps right now, all online. Everybody's, getting beat up in Uber cars, molested, all the stuff in cars. They know private rides are the way for the future. People have more trust in private rides. I have more female private clients than I even got male private clients. Ironic how it is. Because more females, they don't want to put their safety on the line. They're willing to pay a little bit more money with somebody they trust than having to every time fight these weird ass guys all the time when they're getting in Uber cars and Lyft cars. They don't want to fight against that. It's like they got to have up their defense weapons every time they order an Uber or Lyft. They got to put defense weapons up. They can't look too pretty. They can't smell too good. They can't be too friendly with the driver because that's all bad sign. Because that driver might be like, oh, well, you cute. You got a man. You got a boyfriend. Shit gets weird in the ride. So they don't even want to ride in Ubers and Lyfts no more. They like, man, let me call Jeff. I'll just take Jeff. Because they know they could be dressed up, smell good, look good on your way to wherever. I ain't going to bother you. You my client. This is about business. I ain't got nothing to do with all of that. It's like, it's cool. But yet, when they getting these Ubers and Lyfts, oh, man, that last Lyft driver, man, he was trying to tell me he wanted to take me out on a date. He was trying to tell me, it's a shame that I don't have a boyfriend because I'd make an amazing wife. Just weird shit, just saying shit. And it's like, they don't want that. They don't want that. So now what you got? Yeah, Lyft on Pigeon Patrol. Exactly. We're looking right now. What up, Derek? And so now, they got people right now thinking that private rides are unsafe. They tried that, cash rides are unsafe. Leave it on the app. It's so much safer. So much safer. Now, all of these stories are really coming out. They're not being held back. No, all these stories are coming out about what's really going on in these Uber and Lyft rides. I'm telling you, man, if you don't have your private clients together, if you don't got it, you're missing the boat. Man, it's like shooting fish in a barrel right now. Salute to the 300. Oh, yeah. Billy said it, man. Going public might have been their worst decision. Only so many people need a ride. They should have just taken her out of their cut deal and be happy. Yep. Because this is what I think. It's rideshare, the industry itself is more like a pyramid scheme. The people who get in early and invest early, they're hit the hardest because the money's not flowing like that. So you need a lot of capital. So you're being hit the hardest. And that's what happened with the early investors in Uber and Lyft. They invested in, they got in high. Now they just want their money back. It's hard to get up there because now they really see what this industry is about. It's not worth. Lyft stock was at $10 the other day. I said it's a $12 stock. It was 12, then it just tanked. It went to 22 at some point last year, whatever, early this year, just keeps tanking. I'm like, they're not worth more than a $12 company because look at how many outstanding shares they got. They're only a $12 company based on that alone, $12 share company. So everybody who bought high, they're not getting their money back. They just got to chalk that shit up as a loss and walk away. They got to just call it a loss. So I'm sitting there looking at how these apps are moving and they don't even understand the industry. I'm an accountant. There's a reason why I have a bachelor's degree in accounting. I've studied this. I know money. I know financials. I know forecasting. I know all. This is what I know. I know profit and loss statements. I know how to budget money. I understand contract law. Like I said, I took the LSAT. I was going to become an attorney. Just because I was born to two black parents, people don't listen to me sometimes. I swear, and it's not that it's a race thing, but it's like they just don't value what's in my brain enough. My package don't look good. I'm like in a cardboard box. I don't have no colorful words and shit all over me. I don't look like, that nice looking box of cereal in the store. I look like the cheap box of cereal in the store sometimes. You're like, I ain't eating that. It's the same shit. You eating the same cereals, just the box looks different. So my box looks different. So when I'm telling people exactly how things really go, they don't. And I'm like, you're going to miss out. Because if you don't listen to what I'm saying, private rides are going to take over the industry. Lyft is now figuring that out. Man. See, that's why they gave the white person last name. My whole name is white. Jeff Watts. Jeff Watts, the name you know. Big Horn Kev. He said, exactly. Private rides paying off. So you talk to someone today that just doesn't see it. We can show you the way. It's up to you to after that. Exactly. And I just let people, man, just let people be how they want to be. If they don't want to listen, it's cool. Don't even force it. Guaranteed you're going to see that person with a GoFundMe. Guaranteed you're going to see that person sitting around going, man, I'm struggling. Because they didn't listen to you. We've already told people what the game is, man. So you don't have the complexion for suggestion. I like that. You don't have the complexion for suggestion. Real shit is like, man, I know my package don't look cool, but the contents is what it is, man. I'm still like Lucky Charms. I'm still the same cereal. We don't call it Lucky Charms. We call it like Lucky Shoes or whatever. It's just a different name. It's a knockoff name. It's the same cereal with a knockoff name. That's it. But it's like, I got the same box, man. I mean, I got a different box, same cereal. And like I try to warn people in this podcast, I'm glad it came out to be the way it is because it lets people know the truth about rideshare. No flair, no fuzz, no bullshit. If you really want to know the intricacies of rideshare, how we do in this industry and how drivers do in this industry, this is the channel to watch. Any other channel is going to feed you full of bullshit. Oh, if you just, put some different arrows on the map, drivers are happy. Look, it's different arrows. Woohoo, I got a different arrow. Nobody cares. We care about money. We care about money. That's really what we care about. Because if I can't afford to keep this car on the road, then why am I putting my car on the road? I care about money, because money is going to keep that car on the road. No money means that car is not going to be on the road. It's going to break down and I'm going to be stuck. So you got to talk in driver language. Driver language is investment language too. We're investing our time. We're investing money into these cars, into fuel. We're investing money into clothes. We are investors too. If you don't speak to a driver as if a driver is an investor, you're going to lose that driver. Only thing is, Bighorn Gibbs is what packs flap yeah, in a t-shirt, right? Yeah, exactly. So if you don't talk to drivers as if they're investors, the drivers have the keys. They got the car keys. So they could just take their car keys and go out into the street and do private rides. Now you got to trick that driver who now realizes their worth. You got to trick them to coming back. The driver is who you're after, because the driver has all the equipment you need. They've got the car. They've got the car that works, the good tires. They can go out and make private clients. They got the business cars. They got the phone. They got navigation. The driver has all the equipment they need to orchestrate business in the rideshare industry. The driver has it all. You've got to trick a driver to make a driver into a pigeon. You've got to do that. If you can't trick a driver into being a pigeon, he's going to soar like an eagle on his own. Right, Kev? You already know how it is. They're going to soar like an eagle. So if you out there, you see somebody soaring like an eagle, you can't train that eagle to come down and be a pigeon. It's hard to do, which is why Lyft is going overseas. They're seeing all of these eagles out there, and they saying, man, how in the hell can we get these eagles to come back to being a pigeon? We're investors. You take care of our investment, we'll help you take care of your investment. You take care of our vehicles, we'll help you take care of your computers and all your software. And you take care of me as a driver with my income, I'll help you pay your engineers and their income. But if you don't talk to me, guess what? I got the car keys. I could just hit the road and go get private clients. We could do it. We're doing it, actually. Everybody's doing it. So I'm like, man, so what do I think of rideshare unions? I don't know. I think rideshare unions are for some people. Like, everything's not 100% across. We have some weak people in rideshare, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. We got some weak ass people in rideshare. They couldn't hold a W-2 if they had a chance. They just couldn't. Some people are naturally weak. Some people are naturally strong. We have weak people in rideshare, very weak people. That's why they're doing $3 rides, $4 rides, $7 rides, 50 cent a mile, 76 a mile ride. They're weak people who have put themselves in a position of weakness. In order to be strong, they need numbers. We don't need numbers. We're strong on our own. You can have a whole bunch of like little minnows together, or you can have a big ass shark. We big sharks. We ain't no little minnows. Some people have put themselves in a position to where they're a minnow. They're locked in. So a union is necessary for those people. They're too weak. If you join a union, that means you don't know how to negotiate on your own. That means you're too scared to go against the big boys. We go against the big boys over here. Like I said, 300 is a union. We go against the big boys. We've always went against the big boys over here. We out getting money. We out collecting money. We out talking in the streets. We out in the streets day, night, setting contracts. We got whole client bases. We trading client bases. I'm buying clients off of people now. That's how good it is. I'm buying people off of clients off of people. Thank you, my man, Charville. There's lots of passengers getting upset with the cost of trips lately. I get off the net. How much I get out of it? Perfectly segue to private clients. Oh yeah, the perfect segue is a rider getting tired of being gouged. Because David Risher said it the other day. What did he say? He says, oh man, drivers are earning more than they ever have. That's the key word. He said drivers are earning more than they ever have. He didn't say drivers are getting paid more than they ever got paid. He said drivers are earning more than they ever have. They call us earners. We earn money by the app charging money, and we earn that. We split it with the apps. Sometimes they take 75 and we get 25. Sometimes it's 50-50. We are earning more than we have ever earned in the history of rideshare, but we are not being paid more than we've ever been paid. This is all, it's legal mumbo jumbo, y'all. It's legal mumbo jumbo. When you study law and you go through law, you learn how important a single word can be. The word a versus the word the. It could be very important distinction. You could say a man or the man. It's an important distinction. A man is very ambiguous. It's a man. It's just a man. It's, I don't know. The man, that's who you're talking about. It's very direct. So when I heard Dara saying, oh, drivers are earning more than they've ever had. They're earning more than ever before. I said, he's right. We're earning more than ever before. When we go on a ride and that ride is $60, that ride used to be like the rider used to pay, let's say 48, and now it's 60. We're earning 60. we're not taking home 60. We're only getting 50% of that, if that. So he was right. We are earning more, but he's not completely right in being directed at drivers saying our driver being paid more of what they're earning. That's the trick. We're not being paid more of what we're earning. We're just earning more. So like I said, you got to listen to these executives, man. They're tricky with their words, very tricky with their words. I worked in corporate America most of my adult life. I started in corporate America when I was, 19 years old. By 38, I was done. 19 years of this shit. Most of my entire adult life, I worked listening to people who are really slick with their words. And when you see the things on paper, you see actually, you look at financial statements, it's like, bro, your words versus this financial statement don't look right. Like I'm looking at shit on paper and it don't look like what you said back there. What up, my brother Neil Duncan? That's my man from back at Drake. That's our old Drake days, my old track buddy, way from the 90s. I've been knowing Neil since the 90s. Man, and we still alive, brother. We still alive and kicking. We still out here doing it, brother. We still doing it. But yeah, man, you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention, man. These apps, the way they talk, it's tricky. So hang on every word they say. Don't just listen to the main idea. Don't listen. No, hang on every single word they say. Be very poignant in that. Say, I want to know that entire sentence. Like, I want to know all the words in that sentence because it's very important. The illusion versus truly what they said. They'll say, well, in court, we said this and we didn't stray from that. It really is what it is. Well, you said drivers were making more than they ever had. I never said drivers were making more than they ever had. I never said drivers are being paid more than they ever had. I said drivers are earning more than they ever have. They are the earners on the app. They're the earners. They are earning more. So any investor wants to know how much they're earning more right now. What up, my brother Steve? Appreciate you, brothers. Hey, smack that like right now. Meow. This is right. Meow. That's funny. Throw a big cat with the $1 up there. Meow. Man. So I'm glad Lyft is actually going overseas. I'm glad Lyft is going overseas because it proves our point. If they really were doing very well here, they would capitalize on that and they would really invest and double down on their bet. It's like a craps table. When you killing a dealer and you jamming on the dealer, you knocking the dealer around in craps, you like, man, you doubling down, you hitting, doubling down on queens. I got 2 queens, you split them, you get ace, 2 blackjacks in a row, and you just killing the game. You trust the game is in your favor right now. But when you like, man, this dealer is killing me, I'm gonna go to another table. We do that all the time in casino. Maybe if I go to another table, I'll change my luck. Maybe if I go to another craps table, I'll change my luck. That's what Lyft is doing. They're getting up from the table and saying, we're going to go try our luck at a different table. We've done enough here. We're going to go try our luck somewhere else because we can see that we're losing right now. We're getting our ass handed to us right now. And I'm like, man, people don't get it, man. When I tell people about like how rideshare is gambling, it's all it is. It's just it's a legal gamble. And they even do that slot machine casino feel for the new people coming in, giving you these great bonuses, these great rides. They get you hooked in to winning and hooked into saying, oh, I don't want to do W-2 no more. I can make more. I can even download my money every day doing rideshare. I don't even want to do a W-2 no more. Those people are the people that need to belong in a union. Those people belong in a union because they're too weak to realize you're being locked into an industry to where you're not getting any experience. You're going to be paid less with the more experience you have. The longer you're in rideshare, the less you're going to get paid. You'll never get a raise. You only get demotions with every update that comes out. They don't even get it though. The only industry that pays you less for more experience is rideshare. The only industry. The only way you're going to get paid more is through private clients, building your own business, doing your own thing. If you're not doing that, you're not going to be paid more. They're always going to find out a new way to get an extra percentage point out of you. Oh, well, if you want to have some insurance with us, pay an extra fee, only this much per mile. Oh, you want to have some workers' comp with us, pay an extra fee, only this much per mile. So that lets you know when they're booking you, when they're set, it's actuarial science is what it is. If they know, like let's say insurance for me is $10 based on how many miles I drive. Insurance for you could be $20 based on how many miles you drive, but we have the exact same coverage. We have the same coverage. Like your coverage is no better than mine. You're just paying more for your insurance than mine because you're driving more miles than me. So that lets you know right now there's something to it. Why is insuring this guy who's the same age, everything's the same as me, we even live in the same city, but my insurance is costing me more? Oh, because you're driving more than him. But you go to a W-2 company and they say, hey, we're going to offer health insurance. Everybody's health insurance is the same. Whatever it is, the only difference is how many kids you got versus, not having kids. But everybody's health insurance is basically the same cost. So I'm sitting there like, this is the casino. This is how they make extra money out of you. They're bringing you a little drink here and there to entice you to keep playing. They're bringing you a little this and that to entice you to keep driving. We're going to give you insurance if you keep driving. We just take out this much per mile extra. You get workers' comp. You get this and that. It's a game. It's a game. And at some point you start realizing these people that are doing, and insurance itself is a scam. I don't even talk about insurance. This is a scam. Because all they're going to do is deny every claim. Every time you have a claim, they're going to deny it, and you're going to end up coming out of pocket paying for it yourself anyways. They're living off that money. They're getting it from you, and deny. By the time you finally get the claim authorized, you've already paid for it out of pocket. Now you're just being reimbursed a fraction of what you even paid for. That's just how insurance works. It's a scam. But I don't even deal with that. I don't. So if we're going to sit there, like you said, wait, what Greg say? We could have gotten rid of all these issues if companies didn't go public. Yeah. Because once a company goes public, they have a fiduciary duty to investors. Once your duty is to your investors, your duty can't be to the drivers too. It's impossible. It's a fork in the road because drivers eat into the profits of investors. It's just how it's the natural cycle of accounting. It's the natural cycle of accounting. If you have people who are investing saying, I want to maximize my investment and profit off my investment, you have drivers saying, I want to be paid enough to make sure I can live a meaningful life. This is why the shareholders at Lyft said, we want to see your books. We want to see if you're paying drivers a livable wage. The investors said that. We want to make sure you're paying drivers a livable wage because we're making this much money and you're saying you're giving us this, but these drivers are all complaining they're going on strike. It's a fork in the road. Drivers and riders can never be on the same team. It's hard to do that unless an investor is willing to say, I'm willing to take a loss. I'm willing. I don't care if I make my money back or not, because that's what we as drivers say that. We don't care if we make the money back or not. We're driving every day, depreciating these cars to the point where I know if I go to a dealership, I cannot trade this car in unless I got $15,000 cash. What driver out there right now has $15,000 cash in their pocket right now to where they can go trade in that beat up ass car you got? So we're doing this at a loss every day. We're doing it at a loss every day, and we're okay with knowing that. So you have to have investors that'll be like, if we lose money, it's fine. I don't care if I lose money. As long as the community is taken care of, I could care less if we lose money. I'll go in the hole. Because that's what drivers are saying every day. We'll go in the hole to take care of our community. We'll go in the hole. We'll wreck our car. And then I got to go rent a car. And then I can't buy another car because my credit is shot because I haven't paid all my bills. I'm willing to go in the hole for this. But you don't see investors saying that. That's why I say there's a fork in the road. And once you understand the psychology of business and how it's all laid out in front of you, you can be an investor with all great and good intentions. All great and good intentions. I want this to work out for everybody. Everybody wants it to work out for everybody until greed hits. Once greed hits, now you're thinking, we can get X amount of dollars out of this so I can take care of this over here. Well, I can get X amount of dollars out of this and all of a sudden, you've got people involved in a transaction that aren't thinking of each other now. They're thinking of what they can get out of it now. And if you get too many people around thinking about what can I get out of it, not how can I help, you're creating a lot of forks in the road. It's just how it is, man. Oh yeah, at some point, the investor's only option is going to be to short the stock and put them out. Because you can only go so high. These companies can only be valued at a certain point. The trick is to make sure you buy low enough, sell high enough, short your own stock, and then when it drops, you make money up and you make money down and you call it good. Now on to the next. That's the only way you can win. Unless if you just invest low and you sell high and you're done. Because if you never sell high, you're going to lose money when it drops back down. Because you only realize a gain once you sell the stock. So you can't hold the stock forever. It's impossible to hold it. You'll never get the gains out of it. So you will hold it till it goes up. The trick is to sell it. Hurry up and short it. watch it tank, make money on the way down. And guess what? Do it again. Buy it at the bottom again. So you just keep using the same stock. You're going like this. And hopefully the trend is going up over time. So you're doing like this, but the trend is going up. So it's getting higher and higher as it's plateauing and peak. That's what you're really hoping for a stock to do. But if you think that the stock is going to go up and just keep going up and never come back down, you're not playing the whole game of the casino. Sometimes you got to bet with the house. The house is going to win at some point. So you've got to bet with the house. Just to bet with yourself, the house is always going to win. But how do you win? By not thinking to keep investing for yourself. At some point, you've got to go on the house's side. Those are the investors. You got to invest on the other side of the coin to bet against yourself. It's diversifying your bet. It's mitigating your risk. That's all you're doing. You're mitigating your own risk. Well, Jimmy say, young man, I'm going to figure out how to email you. I can't tell you how much you changed my life with your advice. Appreciate it, brother. And all the descriptions of all my videos and all my live streams, you'll see an email address in there. That's the easiest way to email me. Just look in the description of the video. That's it. It's right in there. It's always going to be in there. And so, yeah, you also got Gen Zers going into debt, able to go to Coachella. Oh yeah. Because, and I'm glad you said that, Steve. People are going into debt, going to Coachella. Just like people went into debt buying luxury goods. You know what's going on in China right now with this whole thing about luxury goods that are now being exposed as being actually goods that were made in China? Same people are making it, different assembly lines. You'll make, Louis Vuitton on this line, but you got Prada on this line. It's kind of like when you go to TJ Maxx, you go to Marshalls, and you see the same stuff in TJ Maxx and Marshalls than you see in the nice stores. You go to TJ Maxx, you'll see Nikes in there, and they're half the price of what they're at the Nike store. Exact same shoes made at the same factory. But people think the more something costs you, the more quality it is. That's the illusion. So when all these people are going to Coachella, the illusion is I'm still a great person like I am on Facebook. I'm still up like I am on Facebook. I'm still doing it big like I am on Facebook, but they behind on rent. They ain't paid their insurance. Their insurance done lapsed already. It's the illusion people sell. And rich people bank on the illusion. Because if you can't sell the illusion, you don't have anybody to purchase. You have to have somebody that can purchase the illusion if you want to live a life off of other people's money. You're selling an illusion. It's all it is. You're selling, what do they call it? Not a scenario. It's some simulation. You're selling a simulation. You're pretending to be a certain way when really it's all simulated. It's all fake. It's not real. It's not exactly what you're saying. It's a simulation. It's a concept you're selling. So you got all these people buying into the concept that if you wear a chain, look at Floyd Mayweather. He about to go to jail, $402 million behind, $402 million. That's almost half of $1 billion this dude is going to go to jail for. Man. And I'm sitting there like, the illusion. You sell the illusion and you get people locked into the illusion and they lose a sense of reality. Reality. If me, like I said, I'm sitting here, nice ass house. My next door neighbor, he sees how nice the property is getting, everything. So he just had a big ass flatbed truck come in. He's finna lay all new pavers in his front yard because he see me working on my pavers. He's like, man, Jeff, you keep going up with your house. You keep doing stuff to your house. So he just ordered a big ass flatbed, just dropped off all this shit. Because the reality is we have to do frugal things. I still shop at the Goodwill. I still won't do pigeon rides so I can eat in all my money. I still cook at home versus eating out. I live in a reality. So therefore, if I was ever given millions and millions and millions of dollars, the only thing I would buy different is a Lambo Urus, and maybe I'd get out of this neighborhood so nobody robs me. But nobody will. I live in a great neighborhood. I don't think nobody will rob me. I just probably put a gate around my house so nobody get my Lambo. But other than that, I wouldn't be living an illusion. I would still shop at the Goodwill because that's what got me here. It's like buying shit from the Goodwill got me here. I would still cook at home because that was got me here. I would still work on my own cars because that's what got me here. People get money and they forget what got them there. They get it and all of a sudden they're better than what they are. What you are got you there. You are not better than who you are. What you are got you there. People change with money. Just change the situation, but don't change your soul. Just don't do it. Say investing in yourself is making your own fork in the road. The trick is doing it at the right time and place. Waiting can cost you more than it helps. Oh yeah, waiting can cost you more than it helps. And that's the thing. What Bitcoin Kev is saying is right. Every decision is a fork in the road you can make. And it's all about mitigation and about, is this the right time to do it? A lot of us have been doing business cards for 2 years now, 3 years now. We've been doing business cards. A lot of people are seeing that it worked, and now they're finally getting into it. It's like they're finally jumping on the bandwagon. Back when we was telling them a long time ago, hey, what you need to do is, get business cards now. No, I'm not doing that now. Okay, you're going to be missing private clients. I don't care. Uber and Lyft's paying me just fine. We're 2-3 years deep in the profits now. We're through 2-3 years deep. We're to the point where Eric can sell me his client base. Eric is telling me, and I told him, I may not pay you for the client up front because I want to see this client actually produce value. Like, he produced value for you because you're his client. But if he produces value for me, I would like a deal where I just give you a cut of the money. Every time he takes a ride with me, I'll shoot you 10-20% of that ride. If he takes a really, really big ride, it's going to be a really, really big cut. If he takes little bitty rides, it's going to be little bitty cuts. So I can't just buy your client off of you at a set price right now, but I can buy them off of you off of a percentage rate and say for the next 6 months or the next year, depending on how much he uses me, that's how much you're going to get out of the deal, Eric. He's like, man, you ain't got to pay me nothing. I'm like, no, I don't have to pay you nothing. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do for you, man. This is what I'm going to do for you. He's like, dude, you're helping my people out. Well, they used to be your people. They're my people now. These are my clients. I just bought your book of business off of you. So I'm, like I said, and I know a lot of people out there don't understand how business works like that. I'm a businessman. That money is never going to go to Eric again. He lives in Florida now. The money's never coming to him. But he built this client base here in Arizona that's worth something. You built that. It's worth something. Eric is too generous. Bro, I know you're generous and you're humble, and I appreciate that. And that's why you wanted a 300. But I'm not going to walk away letting you build this client base and you walk away empty-handed against that. If we preach against that, I can't be with that. I can't sit and say, oh, yeah, Eric, sucks to be you. You lost your client base. Rebuild down there. We tell people to build a client base so you can sell it to a driver like me. We tell people that. So I have to do that because it's who I am. Whether or not he wants the money or not, donate that shit to the Humane Society. I don't care. If I'm giving you $20 cash apps, $25 cash apps all the time, $50 cash apps, if I'm sending you that money and you don't want it, the Humane Society could use it. They really could. Them dogs and cats, they need some help. They could really use it. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep kicking you down with the money because that's your client. Now he's my client now. And like I said, I got 2 rides already set up with him, so Eric's going to get money off of that. But that's how we are in the 300, man. We take care of each other like that. I don't do no, yet 5% of the contract to me, this is not enough money. This is not enough money to do 5%. 5% of $100 is $5. Think about it. 5% of $100 is $5. Don't come at me with $5. Don't do me like that. That is so condescending. To me, it's condescending to give me a $5 bill after I gave you a $100 contract. I mean, it's a $100 contract you would not have had it not been for me. So how about I say, I'll just give you $20 out of this. It's not going to be for eternity. It's only until I feel like I paid your client off. I'll keep giving you 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. And one day I'm going to say, you know what? You've gotten about $250 off of me from that client. We're good to go. And if he does that, if he gets $200 a client and he has a base of 200 clients, that's like what, $4,000 he gets. So he's got 200 clients. If he only, let's say out of 200 clients, he's getting, let's say $10 a piece. That's $2,000 he's getting right there off of 200 clients. $2,000. Now, the more we give him, the more he makes from those 200 clients right there. $20, $4,000. So you're good to go. It's not about being greedy. It's about being fair to my man who sat and he built this business forever. To me, 5% lifetime is unreal. That's unrealistic. At some point, a contract has to end. There is no such thing. Even life itself is not a lifetime contract. It is till you die. That's it. Everything must come to an end. It's like, no, there's no such thing as a lifetime contract. And you hear people, oh yeah, you got lifetime brakes and rotors. I guarantee those brakes and rotors are going to die. And you're going to take them right back to the store. And guess what? You're going to get another pair until the store does like Advanced Auto and goes out of business. Once it's out of business, everybody who had lifetime brakes and rotors from Advanced Auto no longer has lifetime brakes with Advanced Auto because Advanced Auto went out of business. So even lifetime contracts, they don't exist for real. It's what lifetime? Yours, mine, the business's lifetime? What lifetime? Because I might be like, you know what? I'm gonna do the business, or I'm gonna do it different, and I might give the clients to somebody else. Do they owe him now? Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how we set up the contract. But if I said 6 months and a year, that's when it ends. It's done. So I always say, make sure I see an end date, because nothing lasts forever. Even life itself don't last forever. So I need to see an end date. Otherwise, I ain't doing it. Oh yeah. What it says is that I did a test yesterday to see how long it would take me to eat up the full 12 hours of driving time. 16 hours, 2:38 before gas. Never again. So tired, I can't even work tonight. Man, that's crazy. 2:30. And I'm gonna tell you, man, for that job I did outside, and everybody knows I just finished a RAV4 job, because people know I'm a very diversified person. I'm an accountant. I've always been a mechanic. I've always been, loquacious. So I enjoy doing live streams and podcasts. Thank you to my son for giving me the idea to do YouTube. But I did that RAV4 in the front yard. Now, the RAV4 job, he wanted all new brakes and rotors all around. All new brakes and rotors. Not only that, you need all 4 struts. Not only that, you need all tie rod, all sway bar links all around. Not only that, you need lower control arms on the front. So I am basically replacing the entire suspension system of this Toyota. The entire suspension system is being replaced. Inner and outer tie rods, not just inner tie rods. I had to do inner and outer. I got videos. I'm gonna drop some of these videos in here. So I had to do inner and outer tie rods. Anybody knows, if you do inner tie rods, you need the inner tie rod tool to get it off, which I have in my garage because I always do inner tie rods. So I did the inner tie rods, pulled those, outer, aligned it perfectly to where they could even drive it. They don't probably have to take it to go to the line. I did a great job aligning it. So they even got an alignment after this entire job. Took me 3 nights. The rear, I did the first night. The rear was kind of easy. First night I did the rear. Took me about maybe 4 hours to do rear brakes and rotors, rear struts, sway bar links, make sure everything is back there. And that was with me taking breaks, about 4 hours taking breaks. Each wheel took about 4 or 5 hours, each front wheel, because 4 hours for the whole rear. That was the whole rear for the 4 hours. Now, each wheel on the front individually took me 4 hours and 4 hours. That's what it took me so it took me 8 hours just to do the front by itself. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate you, brother. This is FedEx trying to pay me $1,300 weekly, no gas, no miles on my card, no cheap ass. Oh, if that's what hey, you might have to take that, dude. Depending on how many hours they're talking about. You might $1,300 weekly. That's all money, man. You know it's hard to make that in rideshare. It's hard to make that in rideshare. That might be something to look into. But when I was sitting there working with this RAV4, now I had to look at online because I'm used to doing Hondas, Chevys, and stuff like that. There were these 2 bolts that were stuck that couldn't come out. So I saw all the online mechanics, all the mechanics online. They were like, yeah, to get these bolts out, this and that. And you got to, lower the whole subframe. So you need to bracket the subframe. You take out these bolts, those bolts. You got to realign the subframe. You got to torque bolt these. I mean, it was like 10 bolts they had to take out to get the subframe to lower, just to take out 2 little bolts. 2 little bolts. I was like, who the hell are these mechanics? I mean, these are professional mechanics online, all over YouTube. So I decided to do it my way. I said, why lower the subframe when you can just lift the engine? Lifting the engine is the process of putting the jack up under the strongest point of the engine, and you just crank it. I cranked it about 2 or 3 times. It raised up, and there was the bolt right there. So I took the bolt out the driver's side. Like I said, and there was the bolt. No taking the subframe down, no unloosening, none of that. 2 cranks, and the bolt slid right out. Got the driver's side done. Went passenger side. Working on passenger side the next night. I said, okay, it won't do it because I can't lift the passenger side up, because I tried it on passenger side. The whole car started going up. I'm like, why is the whole car going up? Motor mounts. So I said, well, if I take the motor mount off and I do this under the motor now, the motor won't lift the whole car up. So I just took the motor mount off. So once I just loosened the motor mount, loosened it up, took the bolts out, put them up on the windshield, cranked, the bolt came right out. I was like, these idiots is taking the whole frame of the car off to get 2 bolts. And they're doing this all over YouTube. Go type in RAV4 lower control arms. Look at all of these mechanics doing it. They're all doing it. I'm like, what in your right mind is making you do all this? And they have to realign the frame. Once you lower the subframe to put it back, you got to realign it. And so they got this realignment tool. Why are you taking the subframe off? That's what I've been doing for the past 3 days, working on this car. Like I said, 4 hours the first night to do the rear, whipped the car around, drove it back up. First night, about 4 hours to do one side. Next day, 4 hours to do that side. Done. Aligned it. Alignment probably take me about maybe 30, 40 minutes because I had to drive it. 30, 40 minutes to align it. So here I am with a 12-hour job. Now with a shop, with all the work that I had to do, plus with them lowering the frame and everything, they'll probably charge these people. I didn't even ask them how much the shop would charge. I only charged them $1,000. I said, I'll do it for $1,000. So they gave me $1,000 to do it. Cool. Guaranteed with all the parts they bought, plus the $1,000 they paid me was less. I would say it's less than $1,700 or $1,800. I would say it's less because they bought all new brakes, all new rotors, all new everything. I bet they didn't even pay $1,800 for everything. Go to a shop and ask them to do everything I did. I bet they will pay over $4,000. I guarantee over $4,000 easily. That was not an easy job. That's why it took me 3 nights to do it. Because after you do the rear end, you need a break. You do not start the front. You do the rear, you take some time off. You go eat, you do whatever you want, because you just spent 4 hours under a car. You need a break. So I said, yeah, I drove, did a couple of private clients, did what I had to do, whatever, showered up. Next day, I did one side. It was so complicated. I said, I'm not doing 2 sides in one night. No, I'm going to save that shit for tomorrow. So he says, how's the car coming? I said, I'm going to need one more night. Oh, no problem. I said, I got one more wheel to go. I need one more night. This is how I talk to my clients and how I deal with my clients. Texting last night after they were driving. I said, hey, man, how's it been? How's the car? Oh, amazing. I said, well, once you get up to speed, you should really be able to tell a difference. He says, man, even not even going that fast, even going under 50 miles an hour, you can tell this car handles now. It was all falling apart. Everything was shot. So now I'm like, 3 nights of work, 12 hours, $1,000, 12 hours. And yet, and the reason why I said that story, because I said I made $1,000 in 12 hours. The reason why I said that story is because right here, wait a minute, where was it at? Where was it at? Right here. This is what the rideshare companies will do to you. What Billy said. See, I did 12 hours and I made $1,000 and I never left my house. Billy said, I did a test yesterday to see how long it would take me to eat up the full 12 hours of driving. Driving time, 16 hours, $238 before gas, and never again. Well, I can't even work tonight. See, so each night I made, like I said, I worked about 4 hours a night, and it was taken out. And if you split, 3 nights over $1,000, about $333 a night, $333 a night, and I worked about 4 hours each night. The first night was easy because I did the whole rear end. So in 4 hours, you can make like $333 doing mechanic work, 4 hours. A lot of mechanics that work in shops, they don't work full days. In their full day of 8 hours of work, they won't be paid $333. They're probably paid $20 an hour. And they work, 8 hours. So they're getting $160 an hour, $160. They can get $25 an hour. They're still not making over $200. But when you do it on your own, you're working on doing your own thing. I'm an independent contractor. My people text me and call me. I say, well, bring me the car. And his wife was cool. They paid half up front. They gave me $400 up front. Then the next night they came and gave me $600 because we were assuming it was going to be $800. But they brought the 4 and then they said, oh, why you got the car? We put some extra parts in there. Can you just do all the brakes and rotors? I was like, yeah. So for $200 extra, I did all their brakes and rotors. For $200 labor, I did the front brake and rotor assembly and the rear brake rotor and assembly, brakes and and nobody would do a whole car brakes and rotors for $200 in labor. You'd probably charge $200 for just maybe the front or maybe even one wheel at the shop. At the shop, will charge you $200 in labor for one wheel. I did $200 for the whole car because I'm like, well, I'm already gonna have the wheels off. I have the struts off. It's only 4 more bolts. You take the 2 bolts off the caliper, and you take the 2 bolts off the bracket, and the rotors will just slide off and on. Easy. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'll take the 2 bracket bolts off and get that out the way. I can compress them real easy. Take the 2 bracket bolts off, get the bracket out the way, take the rotor off, and just do that 4 times. $200. Fine, I'll do it $200. The wheels already off, already got the struts off. $200. So I tell folks when I'm working and I'm contracting with people, this is how I work. A lot of people, I've done 2 consultations already. I got 2 more to go, but we had to reschedule. Like I said, a lot of people are having times where they, like my man Micah, he's got to reschedule because he went and got his wisdom teeth done today. We're going to do his consultation today. He got his wisdom teeth done. So get better soon, brother. I know how it is because I get root canals and everybody know I get root canals. It's painful. It's painful. But on my consultations, I find out what people do for work. Like me, this is what I do for work too. I also do mechanic work. So when I had my consultation, even with Mike, when I had a consultation with him, I asked what his business is. Because remember, I'm an accountant. I work casino. I do government accounting for schools. I work with businesses and I consult them and I trap their financial statements and I tell them how to make better decisions to improve their business. So don't think consulting is only about rideshare. We talk business for an entire hour outside of rideshare many times. Even when I talk, like I said, when I talked to, I think it was Michael I talked to the other day, not Michael. Oh, I can't remember, but I got it written down. No, it was Mike, and he's doing something else outside of this. So we discussed that too, and how that can parlay into making him more income. So when people think, oh man, consulting, I make a lot of videos about rideshare. So a lot of the people that call me direct, we do discuss rideshare. We talk about it, but we talk about plays we make outside of rideshare, like the play I made, and I got the $1,000. I never left my house and I made $1,000. I never left my house and I made $1,000. Just sitting in my driveway wearing dirty ass clothes. I made $1,000 sitting in my driveway making dirty clothes. And it only took me 12 hours to make the $1,000. That's it. If every 12 hours you work, if I can make you $1,000 for every 12 hours you work, would you like to do it? And I can even help you do it better than the mechanics on YouTube. The mechanics on YouTube would have you lowering the whole subframe. All the mechanics on YouTube do it the long way. They would have you lowering the subframe. They would have you do. So don't think just because you go to YouTube, it's going to be the best way to do it. The reason why I do consultations. You think, well, I could just go on YouTube and see how to do it. Go, do it. And when you come back and you tell me, man, that was the hardest RAV4 job I ever did in my life. What the hell? Because you didn't talk to me. I'm the actual mechanic. What you see on a lot of people that work at shops. I'm the actual mechanic. I'm the engineer. I build bikes to where I can put a 310 swing arm on the back myself. I didn't go to a shop. I didn't buy a kit. I built that bike to have a tire that big on back. I built that. No, I didn't buy that. That was built by me. So when I build things, I'm thinking. I'm always thinking. I'm always constructing things. So when I look at somebody else's engineering, I do the same thing. I think of how it's engineered. They wouldn't make a car to where the only way you can get these bolts off is by taking the car apart. You can't tell me lowering the frame of the car is the only way you can get these two. And it wasn't. You just have to, you get your jack and you go, and the bolt comes out. Literally, I would say maybe it took me probably 15 seconds. I would say 15 seconds to get the bolt out. For me rolling a jack up under there, getting position right and going, 15 seconds, bolt was out. If you go on YouTube, they have you taking all 10 frame bolts out, all 10. And then you need an air tool. You got to go, you air tool all 10 subframe bolts down. Get your frame alignment to. It's like an extra hour and a half to 2 hours of work you're doing. Extra hour and a half to 2 hours of work to get two little bolts out when I could do it in 15 seconds. That's why people call me for consultations. I'm an efficiency manager. When you tell me what you do for a living and how you do it, this is what we discuss on the phone. We talk about how to make things quicker, better, how you can make money faster. I can teach you how to make money without leaving the house. I mean, I got all this equipment out here. I can show you all my equipment in here. I can sit in here all day and make money in this room, and I can never leave this room and I can make money all day. I got my vinyl cutter here. I got tons of vinyl. I got all these sheets right here. These sheets, a lot of those sheets are for vinyl for advertisements on cars and everything. I could sit on Facebook and YouTube all day, Instagram, and I can advertise car lettering. I can phone numbers on cars. I can make shirts for businesses so you can go around and market stuff, give your whole team a shirt. I can do all of that from this room right here in my house. All them shirts you see up on the shelf back there, I keep replacing them. Like people say, well, those are the same shirts. Well, those are because I don't want to move the way that they're set up, but there's shirts on the table down here that you don't see. There's shirts on the shelf out there that you don't see. I try to show people how to utilize your life, your time, how to make more money. Because any app you drive on, guess what the investors are thinking? Guess what they're thinking? How can I use this person to make me more money? How can I use this person to make me more money? The fork in the road. And me, I'm looking at you like, how can I help you make more money? How can I help you make more money so you can take care of everything you got to take care of? How can I do that? I don't look at people like, man, I need to get more people on my channel so I can make more money off these people while they going broke. No. What up, Joker, man? Oh, Joker, you're going to love this. Look at my last short that I dropped. When you go look at my last short, you're going to love it because you get it. We're mechanics, bro. We mechanics. You're going to see that short about how I got the bolts off the lower control arm for the RAV4, and you're going to be like, and then go type it in YouTube and look at how all they doing it. You'll be like, what the hell are these people doing? You're like, yeah. Extra hour and a half, 2 hours of work, taking out 2 bolts. I'm like, what are they doing? This is a 15-second ordeal. What are you doing? But that's us. So when I say I'm here for drivers and I'm here for the community and I'm here to help people, y'all got to understand my brain is designed like that. I was sitting around with millionaires, helping millionaires stay millionaires. I was helping them buy Diamond Aviation, Embraer Legacy, $25 million jet we bought from Brazil. We bought a $25 million jet from Brazil, Embraer Legacy. We was chartering that thing with Diamond Aviation. We had that thing flying all over the place. We was paying man. But I had to run Diamond Aviation. Who was in charge of Diamond Aviation? Me, because I was at Diamond Resorts. I'm sitting up nobody even knows who I am. Nobody will ever hear of me. Nobody will ever know me. All they know is they getting this nice ass jet with this 5,000 count thread Egyptian leather seats and pillows and everything, marble every fucking where, Rolls Royce engines on each side that we pay $10,000 a month to maintain. That's all they know is they're living this luxurious, great, amazing life. And the one making that shit happen is some dude who still shop at the Goodwill sitting up in his office right now, driving a big ass Mercedes S420 to work every day, shopping at the Goodwill. I'm always going to be behind the scenes looking out for people. But if I can do that for millionaires, why can't I do it for people like me? Why can't I do it for my drivers out there? Why can't I look out for just normal, average, everyday people? I don't need to use my degree, use my intelligence to help rich people stay rich and poor people stay poor. I could use my intelligence to help poor people say, I don't have to be poor, bro. I am the source of money. They're looking at me like, how can I get more people to make me money? I'm looking at you like, how can I get you to make more money for yourself? That's the difference. And it's like, you don't see a lot of channels out there like that. You don't see a lot of even businesses out there like that thinking, how can I help you make more money? So when you're not looking at me, when you ain't sitting in front of my face, I want you to come back saying, Jeff, I just did a client, $100, man. Damn right, it was $25. I made $100 on that. The 100 don't do me no good as Jeff. What does me some good is you being happy, is you not being stressed out. That's what does me some good. Your $100 is for you. That's for you to pay your phone bill, for you to stack a little bit in the envelope on the side so you can fill all these envelopes up. I be telling you about filling up these envelopes. That's for you. For me, I need you to be in the 300. I need you to not be stressed out over money. That's what I need. And I don't need nobody to be in your face on your, hey man, I need you to work harder. I need you to work harder. I'm not being paid, bro. I can't work harder. You can't work somebody who's hungry. You can't work hard on somebody who's broke. It just don't work. Drivers, when we're happy, we work harder. When I know I'm getting $60 for this ride, I'm going to work harder. When I know I'm getting $100 for this ride, I'm going to work harder. When I know I'm getting $1,000 for this job that I'm doing that I even have to leave my house for, I'm going to work harder. This is how you get into the psyche of people. You pay people what they're worth. That's it. You don't string them along with bullshit. You pay people what they're worth. If it has to cost you a little bit, that's you being an investor saying it's going to have to cost me a little bit, but guess what? I could deal with that. If I don't get the money back, that's fine. Because that's the way I look every day. When I bought my inner tie rod tools, I had to spend big money on an inner tie rod tool. There was no guarantee I would ever have to do inner tie rods ever again. No guarantee. I can't tell you how many inner tie rods I did, but I made the job easier because I don't have to use vice grips. I use the expensive ass tool I bought. I slide it all the way onto the tube. I lock it in. I turn it. I add a breaker bar to it. Guess what? Inner tie rod is off. When I lock it back in, inner tie rod is locked in. All because I spent on money. I invested into a tool that I was not guaranteed to get my money back with, and I was okay with that. I was like, you know what? If I lose money, if I only do one inner tie rod for the rest of my life, I'm okay with that. I'm willing to lose money because I'm trying to make things easier and less complicated. I'm willing to lose money. And once you deal with somebody, like y'all know I lost $7,000 on the Cola. I lost 7 G's on that company, 7 G's, but I'm okay with that because I invested to lose. I didn't invest to win. If you go to a casino, I hope you ain't playing to win. I hope you plan to have a good time. I go to a casino, I'm gonna play to have a good time. I'm not gonna play to win. I don't need to win rent. I don't need to win my light bill. I'm playing to have a good time. If I lose, I lose. I had a good time. Same with investing. If I lose, I lose. I had a good time. But the moment you start saying, I need this money to come back, I need this money, it's gonna drive you into a hole. Which is why on this channel, I try to tell people, you got to go out there. You got to drive and treat your people good. They're going to treat you good. Everybody's going to make money back and forth. When you bought that car you're driving, you didn't buy it and say, I need to make X amount of dollars for this car or else it's going to be bad. No, you bought it because you wanted it. And now you're using it for work. If you lose, you lose. If you win, good. But you just got to focus on the energy around it. Focusing on that energy is what's going to make you all the money in the world. That's it. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, I got to go out here and work on this car. But I'm like, I look at the end goal. When I work on the car is fixed. I never have to see it again. I'm paid. The person is happy driving their car around the city. They're going to tell their friends about it. Oh, you want your RAV4 worked on? Call Jeff. He'll fix it for you. Dude's quick with it too. And he don't even take your whole damn frame apart. He does it a different way. It's like, yeah. That's true. I was only driving 35 hours before the pay increase in Minneapolis. Now I drive twice as many hours because the pay is better. No. And that's the thing. 35 hours a week. Nah, I don't know, man. I think because I worked in corporate for so long and I was making, like I said, $109,000 a year. I got paid $109 and I didn't have to use any gas. I was driving a car. I put 10, 15,000 miles a year on my car. That was it. And I was working, 60 hours a week, 70 hours a week, working every damn day or whatever. If you're working all of those hours, crazy hours, and you're not profiting enough to justify those hours, if all your money is going into gas in that car, paying for that car, depreciation of that car, everything else, I mean, you got to look at the ups and downs of it. You got to look up the ups and downs of it. Like, what am I really getting out of this at the end of the day? Like I told y'all, I mean, a lot of stuff hasn't even hit my account right now. Let me see. Let me make sure I got, because a lot of things hasn't even, because the money that I just made, hadn't even hit my account yet. Hold up. And this is what I say, the money I just made yesterday, plus some stuff that I got sitting in Cash App and my Square stuff that hasn't hit yet. A lot of stuff hasn't even hit my account yet. And we're only halfway through the month right now. So I still got 15 more days to make more money. I got 15 more days to make more money. 15. Now to this number, if you add the grand I just made, so I'm at 15.9 right now. So I'm at 15.9. So really I'm at 16.9. So let's say 17 grand. I'm at 17 right now. And that's only halfway through the month. So I could still make probably another $3,000-$4,000. So I could probably have my account at 20 G's by the end of the month. This is not even counting the money sitting in envelopes. This is not even counting the 19 grand, because I have to say 19 because I gave my son $1,000 for spring break. When he came off of spring break, I gave him $1,000 in an envelope. I told him take it back to Florida, get him a new phone, do whatever he got to do. So I gave him $1,000 when he showed up. So now I only got 19. So now I got almost 40 G's, and I don't even work that much. So when I hear people working 35, 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week, and you telling me you don't have $40,000 on you, because I got $40,000 on me right now. So how are you working all of these hours, but you don't have 40 grand? I don't even work that many hours and I got it. It's up here. It's all up here. The trick is being frugal, not being busy. The trick is being frugal. You can be as busy as you want to be, but if the money's coming in and going out as fast as coming in, then you're not making no headroom. You're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. You got to be frugal. You got to look for ways you can save. If you can save, that means you don't need that much to make. If I can't save money, if all the money I make, I'm constantly throwing it out, then it's like, damn, I'm sitting there thinking, why am I making all this money if I'm never even having it to enjoy it? It's never sitting around. I could pay off, like I said, I could pay off one of my cars if I wanted to. I only owe like 20 on the Beamer. I could pay off the Beamer right now. I could drive down to the bank right now and pay it off. But why? Because I want the money for something else. I want it for something else. What? My engine might blow. The engine transmission blow, I'm down for a couple of weeks. So I got 2 weeks of me not making money. Plus I'm buying the engine, plus fixing the engine. So all the money you see me with, trust me, it ain't just free money. The money you see me with is a net that I'm gonna have to fucking fall in one day. It's a net. It's not free. If I can get to $100,000, it's just a bigger net. I'm only at 40. I need 100. So I need to make 60,000 more before my net is big enough to where if I was, let's say I was out driving and I got into a car wreck and I had to go to the hospital for like three weeks. I'm in the hospital for 3 weeks, no making no money, car's total out. And when I get out, I can't work on it because I'm fucked up. So I got to put it in the shop and everything. The money can go like this fast. It can go like this fast. People think because they have money, it's there forever. Floyd Mayweather is broke right now, folks. Floyd Mayweather is broke right now. I have way less money than Floyd Mayweather. I have less assets than Floyd Mayweather. But one thing I do have less than Floyd Mayweather is less debts, less expenses than Floyd Mayweather. So it makes me almost richer than Floyd Mayweather because he's the one going to prison right now for scamming people and scheming people. He's the one upside down on his life right now. I don't even have money like Floyd Mayweather. But if somebody said, Jeff, what if right now today you and Floyd Mayweather was able to switch spots? I would say, hell no. Now, if you asked me 5 years ago, I would say, hell yeah. But I don't want to sit there and say, hell yeah, to somebody who I know is now upside down. They don't have what I got freedom. I don't have to worry. I don't got to look over my shoulder. I don't got to do nothing like that. I don't need to do any of that. I could sit on YouTube and just chat and hang out and kick it with everybody. I could get in my car, go down the street, get some Cold Stone. I could do that today if I felt, but I'm not because I got a client to deal with today. I've got to rebook 2 consultations today. I got to get that out the way. Then I got to go out and I market and I advertise for myself today. I don't drive Uber and Lyft. I go out and I market and advertise myself. Do I use the apps to do it? Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? That's like if I see people who want to eat fruits and vegetables. You don't think I'm gonna go to the farmer's market and advertise to people that want to eat fruits and vegetables? What up, Triple E? Triple EFL. Exactly, or go to the beach. Now, you don't think I'm gonna go down there and advertise to people who want to eat fruits and vegetables? Of course I am. I go to the market. I go to people who are seeking services in that market. So I go to Uber Lyft, not to drive Uber and Lyft, but to see who's seeking services in this market. Who needs a ride? Okay, you need a ride. This is what Uber is trying to pay me for that ride. And this is what I'm willing to do the ride for. Sometimes it's more than what they're paying. Sometimes it's less than what they're paying. But at least they know they're taking care of the driver right here. They know that. They elaborate on the Floyd thing. Well, with Floyd Mayweather, I think it's to the point where he has a lot of outstanding debts because there's leverage. I think he leveraged a lot of his life. He leveraged a lot of his life on assets and on potential contracts and potential business deals. So a lot of rich people do that. They'll go out and get jewelry. They'll get cars because they're using their name. They're using their credit. It's kind of like the NIL deals. You're using your name, image, and likeness to get deals. Basically is what you're doing. So he's out securing deals with jewelry. Give me the jewelry. I'll pay you X amount of dollars for the jewelry at a later date or whatever this and that. Okay, cool. So a lot of these people got money. They got cars. They got deals. They're lying to get real estate and things like that. Yeah, saying he's bought a whole building. Nobody has any paperwork showing his name on any building in New York. So he was using his name to sell that deal as if he was trying to sell that image and that illusion to somebody maybe overseas in Saudi Arabia. He deals a lot of people over there. He funds a lot of events. So when he's building and he's doing all these events, that costs money. He owes other fighters like Jake Paul or Paul Logan or whatever. He owes them money for fights that he hasn't even fully paid yet. So once you have a name like Money Mayweather, you can do whatever you want to do. Your name is money. But that's a lot of liability because you're putting a lot of people in positions where they're giving you things, assets, services, contracts, and deals. And in the end, you're not making the money to cover all of that, what you put out there. That's what caught up to his ass. NIL, name, image, likeness. He put his name out there. He put his likeness out there. He put everything out in the streets. And when people come to say, hey, you got that money? Well, I'm about to do this other deal real quick. And once I do this deal, I'm going to shoot you this and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this deal. That's how he's like jumping from deal to deal to deal to deal, signing too many deals. It's a Ponzi scheme. It becomes a Ponzi scheme. And at some point, when people want their money, it's going to collapse around you. And you're left owing all of these people all of this money, and they call it a scheme. $402 million scheme. He owes people money. He owes people things, and he can't pay it because he don't have it. So they're taking anything with his name on it that's an asset, and they're selling it. With what they sell, the proceeds are going to go to his creditors. Will it ever equal the amount of money he swindled out of people? Probably not. It never happens like that. So I'm sitting there like, you know, when people are really, really super rich like that, they're involved in a lot of shit that normal people like us don't want to be involved in. I want to wake up and be able to do nothing if I don't feel like it. I don't want my phone ringing off the hook because I got 8 deals and everybody needs to know right now and today if this, I might just want to make pancakes. This morning I woke up, I threw some chlorine tablets in the pool and shit. I got to go finish cleaning that thing out so I can start swimming because it's hot enough. And I'm sitting there like, I may not want to deal with nobody like that. When you got that much money and that much information and all that going on around you, it's a lot. It takes a lot out of you as one person. It takes a lot out of you as a person. So sometimes you don't want that. You just like, I don't want to be bothered with that, man. I don't want to be bothered with that. Oh yeah. That's the thing. You can have a bunch of cash, but the true liability is what's on the paperwork. You see all these people with like all this money around them holding these big stacks of cash, doing all this with all this cash, but can the cash you're holding cover all the liabilities that you owe? That's the big trick. I mean, and a business person really is going to ask that question. I see all the cash. I know you got a record label advance. You got, a $400,000 advance or a $200,000 advance, maybe a $25,000 advance. You got a little advance on you. I see it. But an advance is an advance. It means you still have to pay them people back. That's on paper. You paying people back is on paper. So holding all this cash is one thing. Show me the paperwork for how you got that cash. And I bet I'm going to see a liability on that paperwork saying you owe me. So really that's somebody else's money you holding. Because if they ask for that money back today, you got to give it all back to them today. People run around with other folks' money all the time, acting like they really doing it. Oh yeah, I'm doing it big. I'm doing it big. I got this money. I got this car. It's got other people's names on it. I tell you all the time, I got 2 cars sitting out front. Those Bank of America cars right now. I could go pay one off today if I felt like it. But Bank of America don't charge me a lot. They don't charge me a lot. So I'm like, well, just leave it in my front yard. I'm only paying $90 a month in interest. That's $3 a day. So you giving me interest of $3 a day, and you saying I can have this car, and you're only charging me $3 a day. Then I'm not gonna walk up and give you 20 grand today for it. You only charging me $3 a day for it. So why give you 20 grand? Just take your time. I'm cool. That's how I operate, man. That's how I operate. You got to see the back end of it, man. Look at the back end. Everybody's got cash, but nobody's looking at the back end. And that's why on this channel, I tell people, go out, know your worth, get your money. Because there's people doing paperwork right now, making sure that they get money. They making sure they get money, but they not looking out for you. Not a lot of channels looking out for you. I'm telling you. Everybody's got a deal behind the scenes. And like I said, man, I'm always going to bring out a real, always bring out a truth 100. They may well over leverage some of those investments. You can go up and down real quick. Yeah, especially in this market. Look at how China over leveraged all of their markets. China, they built a lot of buildings, high-rise condos, expensive place. They built a lot in China. And those buildings are empty, completely empty. You over leverage, you overbuy. You overstate, like, I'm going to do this project. You do the project and nobody buys into the project. Guess what happens? You lose the money. You don't get it back. You can't sell the project because nobody wants the project. If somebody wanted the project, they be living in it. Like, hey, man, let's buy this high rise. No, it don't work like that. Nelly did the same thing with a house he bought out in St. Louis. He bought this nice ass mansion out in the woods, out in Wildwood, and nobody wanted it. Just dilapidated. Nobody wanted it. It happens. People buy things that they think is a great investment, but they find out nobody wants it. And so they're like, well, shit, nobody wants it. It's a bad investment. And that's why when you look at yourself doing rideshare, I want you to see yourself as a good investment. The car you bought, the business cards you get, the clothes you're buying, any type of, if you're talking to tax accountants and you're paying them, you're talking to business consultants, you're talking to bankers, you're talking to everybody you can, because you're investing all the knowledge and all the energy into yourself because you believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, hope that a union comes up and you can drive on Uber and Lyft for eternity, hoping and begging and praying for peanuts. That's the only other option. If you don't believe in yourself in rideshare, drive on an app and beg for peanuts. But if you believe in yourself, build your business. Like I said, even with Eric, I'm buying some customers off of him. He's got a whole book business. He might call me up tomorrow like, hey, Jeff, I got another client. This is what their deal is. This is what they do. Is this somebody who you could be interested in? I'll look at it. Let me, this and that. You know what? Send me the number. Send me information. Hey, good deal. I'll buy that client off of you too. All right, bet. Now I'm buying 2 clients off of them. That's how it works. That's how business works. Send me a deal. If the deal looks good, it's a good. If the deal don't look too good, I'm gonna tell you, well, it don't really look good because you said that person lives in New Mexico and they land in New Mexico. So I got to drive all the way to New Mexico to pick them up. Yeah, you got to pick them up in New Mexico. It's not a good deal for me because I live in Phoenix. I don't live in New Mexico and I don't know nobody going to New Mexico. So that might be a deal not for me, but it might be a deal if somebody lives in Phoenix. And I might say, that's a good deal. I could do that. Oh, they live like, 15, 20 miles from you. All right, bet. Cool. I can do that deal. That's not bad. 15, 20 miles, but I'm being paid this much for every ride. Oh, I got them. Don't even worry about it. Good deal. So it's like, yeah, cash almost as good as money Mayweather. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I tell people, man. It's like, you got to understand, there's not a lot of business-minded people involved in ride share. This channel, even when I started, like I said, I've had my accounting degree since I was a kid. I've worked in corporate America since I was a kid. There's not a lot of rideshare channels you're on where somebody can say, yes, I have a degree in accounting. I have a degree in business. I have a degree in finance. I have a degree. Not a lot of people can say that. But because they own a car with a set of car keys and they did a few rides, they think, I can teach you how to do business. They can teach you how to drive on the apps, but they can't teach you how to do business. They can teach you how to get a surge if you just, hack your phone and do this tricky shit and this and that, and how you can contact customer service and that. They can teach you all about the apps. But that's what they're designed for, to stay on the apps. That's what their design is. They learned the business on the apps. I knew business before I even got on the apps. The first year I started driving Uber, I was like, okay, I see what the deal is. Everybody else was out driving days. I said, it's efficiency. Days equals more traffic, less efficient. I moved it to nights. I had a 60-month loan on my Jeep. I paid it off in 24 months. Took a 60-month loan, paid it off in 24 months as I was building it at the same time. Was making hand because all I did was say, I'm going to go from days to nights. And the efficiency just kicked in. Y'all see videos all on my channel, making $3,600 a week. Making $2,200 over a weekend, $1,500 over a weekend, $1,700 over a weekend, $2,700 in a week, $2,200 doing Uber Eats in a week, and want none of these crazy hours. All I said was, I'm not driving days, I'm just gonna drive nights. The videos are all on my channel. They're all there. And people say, well, how did you make this much? Look at the timestamps on all these trips. 11 p.m., 9 p.m., midnight, 3 a.m., 2:30 a.m., 2:15 a.m. You don't see that many day trips in there because I just didn't do days. But I saw it as a business of efficiency. I said, what's crazy is that if people are driving days and they can only do X amount of trips in an hour, I can open that up to say, I'm gonna drive nights and I can add an extra trip or 2. For every hour I'm out, I can add an extra trip or 2. And surge because there's no drivers out at night. There was no drivers out. Everybody was scared of the dark. So I said, forget it. Look at all my videos years ago. I was one of the only night drivers out there. Many nights I got videos showing ain't nobody out driving but me. I'm the only one out here. I'm on the highway all by myself. Many nights of me doing that. And then everybody started saying, oh shit, wait a minute. If I drive at nights, I could do more trips and it's more surge. The apps caught on. The app stopped paying us. It was like, shit, we paying these dudes way too much money at night. These motherfuckers making 5 G's every 2 weeks. Like, yeah, and we ain't even driving that many hours. We making $2,500 a week, not even driving that many hours. It's like, damn it. And everybody said, I'm doing nights. And I was rarely doing airport. I was never doing airport. I was only doing like regular trips with surge, taking people sandwiches and shit. $56 for a sandwich. I'm like, I'm in Tempe taking a sandwich to Ahwatukee. Might be about 8 miles. I get paid $56 for that. It's like, dude, how the hell you get $56 for a sandwich? Nighttime, man. I was always at Filiberto's. I mean, I got so many delivery things, hitting delivery, because that's back when they allow you to have surge on deliveries. And I would hit surge areas, grab the delivery. I would not do the ride. I'd do the delivery instead, make a killing. $42 for like 6 miles. Take me like 20 minutes to make $42. Delivery. It was like, this dude is killing it, man. I'm a businessman. But once everybody caught on to it, I had to migrate to a new business because everybody was doing it. The apps figured it out. So I had to move on, which is why I say nothing's lifetime. So I moved on to a different business. I mean, I went from making $70, $80 an hour doing delivery, 70 to 80 an hour doing delivery, so I can make up to $500 an hour now doing rides. Because I've shown it. I'll make up to $500 an hour, $70, $80 an hour doing delivery to up to making $500 an hour doing rides. It's crazy. But you have to have a business mind to see through all the shit they throw at you. I don't care about what's on the screen. I don't care about a $3 surge. I don't care about a 30% surge. I don't care about none of that. What I care about is who needs a service and how much is this service worth to you? Because if you're paying the app $130 to leave the concert, the app is trying to pay me $49 out of the $130. I'll do it for $85. So I just save you money. I made me some extra money and just keep doing that shit over and over. Recognize, and they already call us an independent contractor. So if you're recognizing the business play, step up and do business. If you're recognizing the business play, step up and do business. This is not about pigeon work. This is not about, oh man, I'm a beast, bro. I did 100 hours last week. I'm a beast. No, I wouldn't call yourself a beast. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't say doing 100 hours at 100% AR is a beast. That's a waste of time for me. I look at that as very inefficient and time you will never get back. But when I say, dude, I drove, 6 hours yesterday total. I drove 3 in the morning. I drove 3 at night. Excuse me. I ended up making like $820. How the hell you make $820 in 6 hours of driving? You gotta do business. You gotta do business. If you own apps, you ain't doing business. You out there doing exactly what they design you to do, which is drive for them to make them some money. If you want to do business, you have to understand what I'm saying. There's people out there who want to negotiate. People want to pay you. They want to sit and talk to you. They want to see you in business with nice tires on your car, not bald tires on your car. I never sell sympathy stories when I'm out. Sometimes I'll listen to drivers talk about, I can't make this, my rent, I can't do this, I can't do that. My tail lights is out, I can't afford it, because they're selling a sympathy card. You selling a sympathy card to these riders to see if you can get more money out of them. I don't sell sympathy, I sell success. So I tell people your money's going to a good place. Because of you paying me well, my tires are nicer now. My car won't overheat now. Because of you paying well, my seats are leather. My seats are this. Because of you paying me well, I let them know their money is going into a good place. When you ask somebody, how long you been driving? 4 years and you're broke? Yeah. The money is going into a bad place. Because you can't sit up there and put good money onto a bad situation. Putting good money onto a bad situation where you're always hearing horror stories. Oh man, my door handles don't work. None of my windows go down. My trunk won't open right. I got to crawl through the back seat. How long you been driving? About 5 years. Good money on a bad situation. If I've been driving for 5 years and I do business, trust me, you're going to hear some good shit. I'm like, oh man, I've been doing this for 5 years. When I started out, I had this Jeep. I still got it. This and that. I paid it off fast because you guys were paying me so well. Got that out the way. Less interest I had to worry about. Went out, bought a Beamer, and I'm saving. I was paying $2,000 a month in gas alone. I bought a Beamer for $600 a month. I'm paying like maybe $800 a month. So now I'm still, I wouldn't. It was like maybe $100 a week, so $400. So I'm paying $1,000, and now all of a sudden I'm saving $1,000 a month just by buying a new car. I'm saving $1,000. I'm letting people know you're putting your good money onto somebody who's good with money. The person you're using as your driver, I'm good with money. You're not putting good money on a bad situation. When you try to sell sympathy and bullshit, people realize I'm putting my good money onto a bad situation. Damn, do I want to invest in this person? This person don't seem like they're good with money. Never go out there and tell people how horrible of a situation it is just so they tip you better. People used to be like, oh, Jeff, man, the reason why people won't tip you because you drive a Beamer. They used to say that shit in the comments all the time. Man, the people that won't tip you because you drive a Beamer. Jeff, people won't tip you because you drive a Beamer. They would say that all the time. Like, you got to get a cheaper car, Jeff. You got to go to get a cheaper car and you get more tips. No, you know what I did? I went out and bought a black SUV and said, fuck them tips. I'm getting all the money now. When you think down, you end up where those people are. I didn't think down. Everybody in the comments on those videos back then, well, you bought a Beamer. That's why ain't nobody tipping you. They think you got money. You already got money. What up, STL? So you out there driving around in a Beamer, talking about people ain't tipping you. That's why they ain't tipping you, because you got a Beamer. I said, no, you know what? They ain't tipping me. I got a Beamer. that means I'm in the wrong class of people, dog. That's all this is. Because most people will appreciate a Beamer. Most people should appreciate riding like this. If they jealous because I got a Beamer, they mad that I got a Beamer, I'm around the wrong class of clientele. Let me go get me a big black ass truck. Now they're gonna be, hey man, here's $100. See, I ain't worried about no $5 tip no more. Here's $100. Here's $200, Jeff, for picking us up. Hey man, here's $360 instead of the two something you was trying to charge us. Here's $360 for taking us to the concert and back. See, when you're worried about getting $5 tips from motherfuckers who mad at you driving the Beamer, you thinking like these drivers in the comments. You gotta get a cheap car, bro. You get a cheap car, people tip you all the time. When you think like that, you end up where they end up. I went out, bought the big truck. I'll buy the big truck. When I started with the Beamer, what did I have? I had the Beamer and $10,000 was all I had. The Beamer and 10 G's in cash. I still got the Beamer I owe on it, pay on it every month. When I'm about the big ass truck, owe on it, pay every month. Went from 10 G's to having 40. Now I got 40 now. How did I go from 10 G's in my hand to 40 in my hand? And I got 2 cars now that I got to pay on. Because when you think cheap and you go out and get these cheap ass cars, you're doing cheap shit. That's the clientele you hang with. I went harder in the paint. Well, you got to just go get a cheaper car, bro. Get something that's busted. They'll feel sorry for you. Motherfucker, I ain't no homeless ass person. I'm not a bum. What is this, bum bucks? We driving around making bum bucks? All these Uber drive motherfuckers, you drive for Uber bum bucks. What's this, motherfucker? Instead of putting surge out, they need to just put a big ass sign saying bum bucks. If you got a busted car, come on out, drive. Make you some bum bucks. Hell yeah, man. I'm finna go out with my motherfucking car popping and shit. Belt squeaking and shit. You finna go make some bum bucks. I said, no. I said, I'm not going to go downgrade myself just so somebody feel good. I'm going to give you a $5 tip, bro. Get that issue fixed. I'm going to give you a $5 tip, bro. Get those tires, man, if you can. I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go buy me some brand new tires. I'm going to go buy me some brand new rims. I'm going to go buy all new leather mats in this car. I'm finna upgrade. I'm finna go to the top. I'm not going to sit here on the bottom and beg from people, scrape money. I'm not going to do that. You go out and you invest in your business. When you go to Four Seasons, do you think Four Seasons is thinking we need to look shitty like Motel 8? Maybe if we look shitty like Motel 8, people will pay more to live here. They pay more to stay with us. No. Man, if we just have rats and roaches and bed bugs and they feel sorry for us. No, this is business. When you're doing business, let people know you're investing into something good. I'm using your money right. I'm using it well. I'm making sure my products and my services, the vehicle you have, is always on the up and up. I do not want you to feel sorry for me. I will take care of any issue before I come pick you up, and all you're going to hear is goodness. So many drivers out there selling that bullshit. They out there selling that, feel sorry for me. I'm like, nah, man, nah, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get the right client base. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, not the right time to throw money around nowadays. Hey, and Bighorn Kev was saying that. Dino, Bighorn Kev was just saying that. He said earlier, let me go find what this is what he said. Wait a minute, let me go find this. Bam. Right here. Bighorn Kev said, investing in yourself and making your own fork in the road. The trick is doing it at the right time and place. Waiting can cost you more than it helps. Even Dino knows that. You got to sometimes sit and you got to say, man, this is not the right time right now. Bighorn Kev said that earlier on a super chat. Dino comes in and confirms it. If you haven't made so many steps that like I said, we stay ahead of the curve over here at the barbecue. A lot of the shit I'm saying, we've been saying for years over here at the barbecue. So if you're new to the barbecue, welcome. If you got private clients, congrats. If you got business cards, congrats. If you upgraded your car or you're doing small upgrades to your car to make sure you appease it, congrats. If you upgrade your service level, congrats. If you're changing out your gear to wear better gear, congrats. That means you've been at the barbecue for a minute. Because right now, it might not be the time to start trying to do all that. You can't go and just buy a new car. You can go get business cards because you got to start generating. If you already had all your client base, you be at a point right now where you could be buying clients off of other people. You be like, dude, I'll take that client. How much you want for that client? All right, I'll tell you what. Since you moving out of state, isn't that? I'll take care of that client. I'll do that. But right now, it's a late start for a lot of people. It's a late start. Now, interest rates might start going down, helping some people out. Can be doing that. Like Rich said, hey, exactly what I did. Almost time to get a brand new Escalade. Private rides pay off big time. I'm telling you, Reggie, man. Because the time, like I said, Bighorn Kev said it, you got to know the time to do it. You got to make moves, calculate moves. I remember when I was little, I was in science class. I thought and you know, I'm from the hood. We don't use big words in the hood. We use words like crib, stuff like that. I remember going to West Side High School in Frazier. I was going to West Side High School. West Side Elementary. I was in the 6th grade. And it was connected to West Side High School. So the two schools were connected. We had West Side High, then we had an auditorium, then we had West Side Elementary connected to it. I heard the word hypothesis for the first time. I was like, hypothesis? Damn, that's a big word from a hood bird. Like, what the teacher was saying, hypothesis. It's an educated guess. So you're doing an educated guess and you're basing everything on analytics and you're breaking it all down. What Reggie's Ride is saying is right. You have to have an idea, an educated, estimated time of business. You got a budget. Everything reminds me of that one word, hypothesis. It was a big word that reminded me of just cognition, like aware and thinking. You're aware and you're thinking and you're. If you know what you're doing in this business and you're doing more than just rideshare, if you're just all you're doing is rideshare, you're not aware. You're not ready yet. You got to get with a channel, get with drivers in your area, get with something. Because if you can't sit up there and understand the whole scheme of business circulating around us, the millions and millions of dollars circulating around us, and you're sitting there on these apps begging for scraps, please put out a $3 surge. Please give me a tip, sir. If I don't get a tip, I'm only going to get $11 for this ride. If I don't get a tip, I'm like, I don't need no tip. I am not going out and getting a bucket just to get a tip. I'm not doing that, man. Not doing it. Thank you, Darius. I appreciate the super chat, brother. Thank you, my man. So even though that lady hit me, still don't hold me down. Invest in self and multiple income. Let's go 300. That's what I'm talking about, brother, right there. Let's go 300. Say she hit me, still don't hold me down. Hey, you're going to be sitting pretty in a couple of months when these attorneys get to talking back and forth. You're going to be like, all right, I need that's going to be a little cushion for the envelope. Put that in the envelope right there. You're going to be all good, brother. You're going to be good. But like I said, there's so many people out here who don't realize that if we don't start doing business and stop chasing these tips, stop thinking you got to downgrade your car. Oh, I need to get a cheaper car so people feel sorry for me. That means you're giving people a ride in cheaper products. You're putting them into a Motel 6, but you're asking for Four Seasons level money. No, if you want Four Seasons level money, you got to put them in Four Seasons. That's how it works. If you want to get paid good money, give them great service. Don't downgrade your service. Give them good service. Don't downgrade it. Don't think, well, if I act all sad and sappy, you can be in a white Camry making black SUV rates all by doing great service. You could be cruising around in a white Camry like, man, I'm making $100 a ride today, and I got a white Camry. It's because you ain't selling nobody no sob story. You're like, oh yeah, I bought this Camry because it's great. You know, it's going to last me, 500,000 miles. I wanted a car that can last. I do all the maintenance, all the service. I keep this car running. I keep it clean. I can buy new leather seats for it. And you just be proud of that Camry. I like the way the head unit is. It's almost like, technological, and I can add Wi-Fi and everything else. Man, you sell the happiness you have about that Camry. You don't put your Camry down. Man, I wish I had a black SUV. No, you don't. You wish you had what you got. You love your sunroof. You like the wheels. You like the tires don't cost that much. Talk up your Camry. I guarantee when that person get out of your car, they gonna want to buy a Camry they damn self. Man, that driver loves his car. Man, he got me happy. Shit, I'm gonna go home and hook my Accord up. God damn it, he got me happy. And you didn't bring him down. Catharsis. People out there trying to say, well, your shit's fucked up. Your shit, mine is better than yours because yours is fucked. Catharsis. It's looking at how bad somebody is and looking at yourself going, well, at least I ain't that bad. Man, at least I ain't that bad. Yeah, exactly. Nobody likes a crying baby. So you out there, you selling great service and you're upgrading. You're not downgrading, trying to make people feel sorry for you. That's why I used to laugh at them comments, bro. They was on my channel, telling me that my car was so nice that I wasn't going to make money because people ain't going to tip you. Your car is too nice. They're just jealous of your car's too nice. You got to get a cheaper car, bro. I'm like, this is why people like you don't end up with accounting degrees. Why people like you don't end up nowhere. If you think you got to go down to come up, nah, man, nah. You got to go up to be up. Go up to be up. If you don't like the way your car look, get it wrapped. Get some new tires for it. Put some new wheels on it. Do something. Add some lights up under the seats. You got to go up to be up. Don't go down. Yeah, my car's a piece of shit. I don't have LEDs like the new cars got. I don't have LEDs. This car, I wish it don't have nothing in. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. Here's $10, little. That's begging money. That's bum bucks. Don't beg. Don't beg. Be proud of what you got. Give these people great service. Give them great energy. And next thing you know, he's like, hey, man, do you got a business card? Man, I love riding with you, bro. You just happy about everything, man. Life is good for you, man. I love to ride with you, man. You got a business card? Anyone asking on business card for someone, oh yeah, Uber don't pay us enough. You know, I'm sad and I'm gonna miss rent this month. I can't believe I'm gonna miss rent. And you know, my kid don't even have saxophone class no more because they're not paying me enough. That will not be your private client. They ain't hearing that shit every time they get in the car with you. That will not be a private client. You got to be like, you know what? I'm working extra hard today because my kid got saxophone classes. So I'm going to work extra hard because I know I'm going to go get the saxophone classes paid for. She loves saxophone. Talk about the saxophone. Talk about how amazing it is. How well she can guarantee before you got the car. Hey, man, here's $10. Help your kid get them sax classes. Stop trying to sell pity. There's so many people out there trying to sell pity. Sell joy. Sell what your aspirations, your ambition, what you really want to do. Because that's going to inspire the person behind you going, you know what? That old dusty ass violin, I'm going to dust that violin off today, man. If his kid is really going hard in the paint for that damn saxophone, I'm going to dust that violin off today, man. I appreciate you talking about that saxophone, bro. I got a violin. I've been working on that thing. I'm going to go, man. I'm going to go do it, man. I'm going to get back into it. I appreciate that. And that's it. Just by talking about the joy your kid got for a saxophone. That's it. And there's not enough people out there, especially drivers, man. Not enough drivers out there. And like I said on other live streams, I do not blame these drivers for being in horrible attitudes, horrible moods, because y'all not getting paid enough. Y'all know how I drive. This is what I've done on the app so far this week. What's today? Today is what? Friday? No, it's like Thursday, I think. Yes, Thursday. Next day, Friday. This is what I've done this week on Uber. Not a single trip on Uber. I ain't done shit. And I was online for 19 minutes and 48 seconds. I had it running, just seeing what kind of rides was out there. 19 minutes and 48 seconds. I was online, just seeing what was out there. It's like, not worth my time. I ain't drove this week yet on Uber. Lyft. This is what I've done on Lyft this week. That's it. And last week, let me see, this is what I drove on Lyft last week. I only drove 2 days because I was out doing private rides on, what was that, Friday, Saturday, I was doing private rides. But so far this week, this is all I've done on Lyft. And people wonder, how do you not drive and you still afford life? Because once you break free of the casino and you realize what your community is really capable of, you will be out in your community. You'll be out driving for them. I got all these private rides. These are all my private rides here in my phone. This is what I have left. This is what I have left. And it's starting today. Like I gotta go pick up my client today. This is what I have left right here. And that's not even what can happen because there's 2 people who are not even on here because they said they'll let me know. I have 2 whole people that should be in this list. So that's 4 more trips there and back. There's 4 more trips that potentially can go into this list that ain't even on here yet, but they already alerted me and let me know that they're gonna need me on Friday or Saturday. It's only Thursday. So once you realize your potential off the apps, you don't even worry about the apps. I can make $1,000 in private rides a week without even opening the apps. The apps are extra. To me, the apps are extra, man. I'm like, if I need an extra $200-$300, I'll just turn on black, be doing my private rides, doing whatever, hanging out, turning on black SUV. If I get a ping, I get one. If I don't, it's cool. It's cool. If you driving a Yugo, don't remind me the customer driving the Yugo. Exactly. Man, just like you said, it's not what you make, it's what your lifestyle looks like. I'm telling you, man. And I'm glad that China is exposing everybody, blowing all their money, trying to make their lifestyle look a lot better than what it is. My lifestyle's amazing. I'm like, bro, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not. You're not seeing me paying all that money for all this shit and then end up broke. Saying, well, I got this, well, it must mean I'm worth something. You can't even sell that bag for what you bought it for. It's a loss. The moment you buy it, it's a loss because it's out of style the moment you buy it. Like, man, how much for your book did? I don't even know. My book is crazy, man. My book, I got people from all walks of life in my book. And that's what it is. We got to stay booked and busy. And that's what I teach people on this channel, man. I teach them to think. I don't teach you how to do clients. I don't care how you do clients. I don't know what you drive, what city is, what demographic you aiming for. I just teach you how to think. They stopped teaching critical thinking in class for a reason. When you have a society that doesn't think, it's easy to trick them. So you can fill up our schools. Like I took critical thinking in school. I remember taking that class. When you take out debate and you take out critical thinking and you just neutralize their brains with stupid shit, it takes the potential of them to create solutions away off, just right off the table. When you create critical thinking, it makes you sit and you just start expanding. You almost engineer life. You're looking at everything sitting in front of you. Like when I was working on the car, you look at everything in front of you and saying, does this make sense? Does it make sense to say, I got 2 lower control arm bolts that are on the bottom of the car, 2 lower control arm bolts on the bottom of the car. You're telling me I got to take the whole frame of the car off and lower the frame to get to those 2 bolts. Does that even sound like it makes sense? Go on YouTube, all these other mechanics thought it made sense. They thought it made, so they're all taking their subframes down. They're all taking the subframe off. I said, it's impossible. It's only a clearance issue. It doesn't make sense. So I said, if all you're looking for is clearance, how do you create clearance? The engine is in the way. The bolt is hitting the engine on both sides. Just lift the engine up. Now you got clearance. It's 2 seconds. What are you doing? That's critical thinking right there. That is called critical thinking. Even though I was looking at all these videos on YouTube about the RAV4 and I'm looking at them and I'm like, and I'm watching them. I'm like, are these guys just complete idiots or what? I go to the next one. I'm like, how the hell do you get these lower bolts off? Go to the next one. Oh, this dude's an idiot. He's doing the same thing. Go to the next one. And this dude's an idiot. He's doing the same thing. Go to the next one. All right, I'm gonna go figure this shit out. Because I'm not sitting watching all these idiots in a row. Critical thinking is when you look at something and you realize something's not right. I look at Uber. I look at Lyft. I realize something's not right. Y'all remember back when I used to do dummy rides? I would call it a dummy ride. I would say, you know what? Let me do a dummy ride real quick on Lyft. I'm just going to take whatever the next ride is. I would be screen recording. And I would say, I'm going to take whatever the next ride is to see what the going rate for rides is tonight. I would take the ride. You know, let's say it's a $54 black SUV. I take it, I drive somewhere. They charge $84. I'm like, okay, so they're charging people, you know, $84. I'm getting 54 out of the 84. All right, so they're really hitting hard right now. If I did a ride and I say, okay, they took I did a $34 ride. They paid $42 for it. They must be upgrading people right now. So they're short drivers. They're upgrading people right now. So I would always do them dummy rides. But I tell people, you have to do stuff like that to help your process of critical thinking. You're driving around saying, you know, I want to make sure that when I'm talking to people, when I'm running business, I'm in the right demographic. My numbers are right for the night. Always do a dummy ride. Just whatever. When you get to an area and you don't know that, like some areas I know right off the bat, but if I get to an area and I don't know that area, let me do a dummy ride real quick. Let me just, whatever the next ride is, I'll take it. I'll treat the person with respect. We laugh, we joke. I might get a tip, I might not. I might give them a card, I might not. It's a dummy ride. I just want to see what the going rate is. And so I just cruise, get out. Okay, they charged that person $19 and they gave it to me for $8. It's like, okay, so they killing us right now. So that lets me know what the rate is. All right, they charge people $19. I'm getting 8 out of 19. Bet. Next ride I pull up on, if it's the same exact, almost dimensions and everything, $7 or $8, I cruise up. Hey man, I'm gonna do this ride. I'm gonna upgrade you. I'm gonna do it because there's no drivers in the area. So I took the ride because people are saying there's no drivers in the area, but I'll actually do this I'll do it for $20 for you. Oh, well, shit, I'm only paying 19 for it. I say, well, hey, check it, $20. You ain't even got to tip me. It's already $20. They'll do right. Okay, man. Like the one dude that got in the back, he had the 5 girls and he ordered a Lyft, but there was 5 people. And I said, you know what? It was $7 1 mile, downtown Scottsdale. And it was from Indian School and Scottsdale Road to right around the corner to a bar. $7. And I was like, man, I'll charge you $20. He was like, all right, cool. He was getting in, the girl said, just give him 30. They gave me $30. They gave me $30 for that ride because I was like, I'm not doing this. You know, this is a nice area. You guys are Excel, not Lyft like it says on here, but we're gonna restructure this deal. You guys got too many people. That's cool. $20. I'll do it. The girl was like, just give him 30. That's how you got to do. It's business out there. Critical thinking, man. Critical thinking. Say, I was very strong feeling the viewers of this channel. Most of them have some type of degree. I have no doubt. Billy, I believe it. And of this channel, I think if people on this channel don't have a degree, like I told my sons, you don't need to get a degree. I just need you to be intelligent and critically think. You can, if you owned a business before, even if it's a small business. I had a business that ran out of a bedroom. Even if you owned a small business, this channel will work for you. It will work for you. Because people who say, you know what, I used to do an eBay business. I used to buy and sell, you know, on eBay, or I used to buy and sell on Craigslist. Those type of people, this channel works for them because they had a small business. They understand the scheme of business. You don't have to be some big corporate guru and, you know, you got to have all. And now you don't need that. If you understand why we're here and what we're here to do, how we can fill that void between rider and driver, how can we fill that void? That's what this channel will do for you. A lot of people on this channel, I believe they do have some type of college education behind them. Whether, like my son, he went to college for a year. He's got a great job. He went to college for 1 year, got a job better than me when I had a degree, accounting degree coming out. His job pays way more than that. But it's like, I think a lot of people on this channel, they have some type of educational background or business background that helps them keep up to this channel. For the people that don't have business background or business educational background and you still on a barbecue, then you're naturally sharp. You're naturally sharp. Some people just naturally sharp. You just got it. Some people are short bus and it's cool. Not everybody can ride on a long bus. Some people are short bus. But if you say, man, I ain't never went to college and I ain't never run a business, then you're a natural at it. Some people are just naturals. They get it. They just get it right off the bat. They say, dude, that shit makes sense. Critical thinking. Critical thinking is all it is, man. Oh, man, I get it. I get it, man. Just like here. So you don't need a degree, you just need critical thinking when it comes to money making. I was just about to say that. They just get it. They get it. And some people come to this channel, oh man, I don't know. This is against the TOS. And the TOS, it's like, bro, do you know how many times the TOS been sued in court and lost and they had to settle because that TOS is full of shit? You know, TOS is the TOS. It's the Bible. If you don't follow the TOS, you can go to prison. Because I know 2 people right now, 2 of my friends serving 20-year prison sentences because they went against the Uber TOS. They be just making shit up. Making shit. Yeah, my friend, he got a 20-year sentence. He didn't follow the TOS. He was supposed to have his customers wear a seatbelt and they didn't. He went against the TOS. He declined to ride and got 5 years in prison for declining to ride, man. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. They be just making shit up. I'm like, bro, go on somewhere with that. We out here making money. We doing shit. We cruising and everything. And these fools out here trying to sell bullshit. It's like short bus, man. Exactly. Ride Flow, my brother, Florida. Hey, Ride Flow, what side of Florida? Are you on the Miami side or are you on the Tampa side? Which side are you on? Yeah, man, the TOS police, they always messing with us all. Oh, if you go against the TOS, you gonna end up in prison. I got 2 cousins locked up. They both got 25 to life because they canceled this ride, man. As soon as they canceled it, police showed up, man. They locked up, man. 25 to life, bro. Don't cancel no rides. It's like, okay. See, look at that. I do eBay degree information systems and cybersecurity. Feels like you listen to all my resumes. Exactly. My son does cybersecurity. Yep. Man. And that's the thing. He's an eBay degree information system. Yeah. So Jeff, why you talking about it on YouTube, man? That's it. My cousin got 25 life. I told him don't let his CR get at 2%. He got 2% CR straight to prison. Judge was in court like, sorry, sir, we looking at your cancer rate. Your cancer rate is over 2%. You got a 25 life. My one friend, his acceptance rate went below 80%. He in Guantanamo Bay, dog. As soon as he hit 79%, they took him straight to Guantanamo Bay, man. That TOS ain't no joke, man. That TOS is the real deal, bro. Don't violate the TOS. Like, okay. Man, he be in Guantanamo Bay. We be sending him money and everything, man. We say, dude, when you getting out? I don't know. They're trying to reactivate my Uber account so I can get out, man. When they reactivate my account, I can get out. It's like, okay. These motherfuckers scared of that TOS, boy. They scared of that TOS. You say some shit against TOS, they be nuts. Like, oh man, I'm gonna cancel this ride. I'm finna convert this ride, dog. You gonna end up over in Alcatraz. I got 2 cousins went to Alcatraz, man. They both was canceling rides, man. The motherfuckers went straight to the court like Guantanamo Bay. They ain't getting out till they get their accounts reactivated, dog. Don't do that. TOS is serious business, man. Like, okay. I'm like, these motherfuckers all over YouTube talking about that damn TOS. I'm like, man. Greg, I'm telling you, man, they stupid. I be like, man, y'all, and we out here just making money, taking care of our community, riders hooking up with drivers, everybody's cool across the boards. And I swear, man, I think half these people are app employees trying to scare us to stay on the apps so they get downsizing at the apps. Because the more money they lose at the apps, they losing employees, they losing staff, they losing sale figures, revenue figures. They ain't getting bonuses and spiffs. We earn all that money that all them people are getting paid. If we're not on the app earning that money, them people ain't getting paid. So guess what? They start downsizing. They got to let employees go. They got to close programs. They got to lay people off. They got to furlough people because they not making money. The moment we get off their platform, they ain't making money. It's business, man. It's straight business. And I said, you want to take care of people? You want to pay people well? You want to pay drivers well? Then we'll be on your platform. But the moment you start screwing people, guess what? We could do bad by ourselves. We could be out here in the streets right now, driving, making money by ourselves. We don't need the platform. We live in the city. We live in the city. So everybody out here know, man, if you want to make money, you turn on your Uber app. You turn on your Lyft app. You see where the busy areas are. Where is it red at? You turn it on like me. So I'll do that shit. I'll do like this. When I'm sitting here, sometimes I'll turn Uber on. Let me see if it'll happen. Yeah, so I'll turn Uber on, and like you can see a few areas. There's a few areas of surge. So I'll turn it on and I'll look around the city. I'm like, okay. And I look for all the hot spots up in Paradise Valley, way up north in Paradise Valley, 525. It's way too far for me. But for anybody up there, I could be like, hey, man, it's blowing up in Paradise Valley right now. 525 surge. If somebody in the area, oh, man, I'm sitting here at Subway. Let me go cruising and see if I can make some money real quick. Because what you're going to do is when it's surging in the area, that could be an event, business cards. That could be like a wedding letting out. That could be a reception letting out. That could be, a book club letting out. Business cards. Because guaranteed, wherever it's surging, somebody needs service there. Are we going to drive for them? Probably not. Like even out here in Tolleson, way down the highway. That's a big ass commercial business park out there. There's a huge commercial business park, everything out there by the 303. So I guarantee it's people out there right now needing rides. They're probably all going downtown Phoenix. So if I'm gonna sit there, yeah, hotels and everything is out there. So what I would do is I would cruise to that area if I was close by, turn the ride on, see if I get a ping or two. If I don't get no pings, cruise to where the people are. If they're by main event is like a big ass place with like a bowling alleys and stuff like that. People outside all the time. They got their phones. They be like this. I'll cruise them like, hey, I'm like, excuse me. Hey, if you guys need a ride, I got my business cards for you guys. If you guys need a ride or something like that, because riders are canceling like crazy right now. You guys can take my car. They're like, oh, you're a driver? Hey, can you do us a favor? We just got to get to downtown Phoenix, man. I'm like, all right, $25 from here. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, he's saying $25. Like, give him 25. Because when you turn the app on, it's going to say $9. Oh, yeah, we'll give you $9 to go to downtown. Like, why the hell do I want $9 to go downtown from Tempe? Like $9, and I do the main event right over here off of Elliott sometimes. And I'm like, I'll do the main event to Tempe, $25, $35. People outside the whole time just on their phone. I'm like, hey, excuse me. Right now, people are canceling rides. So I came down to drop her off, but now here's my car, man. If you guys need to ride out of here, they're like, actually, you're a driver. Can you go to downtown Chandler? I'm like, yeah, I can do downtown Chandler. How much? I don't like $30. Oh, let's go. That's because right now the apps are saying 34 anyways. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go. It's like, cruise up. When you see the red, cruise up. Look for people on their telephones, man. Talk to people. If you got to park, wipe your car down. As you're wiping your car down, park as close to the entrance as you can. Wipe your car down. People see you doing that. They're looking at you wiping it down like, man, dude is working hard, man. They wiping it down, getting the windows. I'm standing up on the side rails, cleaning the sunroof top off, this and that, this. You look over, you see people over there on their phones. Get some cars, be like, hey, excuse me, hey, man, if you guys need a ride, say, I just did a drop off. I cleaned my car now. Anybody need a ride up out of here, man? I'm available. Here's my card, this and that. Oh, man, our ride is already on the way, man. It's already on the way. No problem. No. Hey, man, if you giving rides, if we head downtown, I'm like, yeah, I'll take you downtown. All right, cool. How many you got? Oh, it's just 4 of us. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's roll. This is what I charge. Man, they hit that card. I'm out. Say, what up, Mark? My brothers, it's thank you for the advice. LLC is filled out. Got my first client. Call this evening. Much love and respect. Bam. There we go, baby. 300 in the building. 300 in the building. Thank you for that, man. He came out. LLC is filed and everything. That's what I'm talking about. Man. Clients. This is where it starts, Mark. Be ready. This is where it starts. Because that person right there is going to tell their friends how well you treated them. The bottled water you already had in the car. You're like, yeah, I got, and make sure you got like those little small things of paper towels, not paper towels, but Kleenex. Get those small thing of Kleenex, because every once in a while somebody say, hey man, you got a Kleenex? I ran out one time. I had to let them use like one of those quick trip napkins, those old rusty ass cardboard napkins. But nah, throw a little small thing of Kleenex in the console, throw you some bottled waters back there. That's it. That's it. When you end up with Kleenex and water, man, it's a done deal. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. You got them. You got them. Man, I appreciate that, Mark. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Thank you for that, man. Like I said, I'm always trying to tell people exactly what I do when I'm out cruising, how I get clients. It's not just, and I tell people there's enough money out there. People say, Jeff, man, stop giving away the game. You're going to give away. I'm like, no, I can give away the game. People can go out and make all the clients they want to make. And then they turn around and they sell me one of their clients in the end anyway. So it don't make a difference. It's like, I want people to get paid. That's my thing. I want people to get paid. I want to tell y'all the game. I want y'all to see how I'm out there doing it. And it's like, this is what I just cruise up and I just chat with people. I just give them a card. I talk to them. Sometimes I create small talk. I talk about their shoes, or they made my son dress like that, man. Like, who you listen to, man? You listen to Tyler, the Creator, or somebody? Who the hell you be listening to? And they be laughing and shit. Goofy ass kids and shit. And then they be like, oh yeah. So when they get in the car, I play some Tyler. I said, dude, let me find, because I love Tyler Creator. I'll find some in the list. Be bumping Tyler Creator the whole time. They be like, oh man, this is what's up. This what's up. Then, hey man, here's a tip for the music. They'll slide you a $20 bill. Man, here's a tip just for the music, man. Man, that was fire right there. It's like, this is what we do, man. This is what we do. We help people out. We show people, because a lot of people don't know how to talk to people. It's just what it is. Some people just born like that. It's not like they're socially awkward or nothing. It's just they don't know how to talk to people in the business sense. They can talk to people about the weather or anything else, but when it comes to business, it's very socially awkward. They don't know how to approach the situation to ease into a business transaction. And it's like, this channel, I would hope, would help teach them how to ease into it. Like I tell people sometimes, never walk up and just ask somebody, you need a ride? That's weird. They're gonna look at you and be like, no, I got it already, thank you. Be like, hey man, you guys need a ride, downtown Tempe or something like that. I'm heading that direction. Somebody just dropped me off. You've got to fill that conversation. So as you're asking them if they need a ride, on the back end of that conversation, put us in there. Be like, hey man, if you guys need a ride or something like that, I can head to downtown. I'm going to Tempe. That's about as far as I'm willing to go right now. I just had a client, I dropped them off down here. I'm just trying to find me a ride back down to that area. You just filled up all that conversation. You didn't give them time to say no yet. Because if you ask them too quick, you need a ride, you ended it. No, because you didn't give them enough time to think. So you talk and you give them time to think as you're talking. Hey man, if you need a ride or something like that, I'm headed up towards Scottsdale. I'll probably swing through Tempe on my way up or whatever, but I just dropped my client off. You're giving them time to think as you're giving your pitch. The moment you stop talking, they know they got to answer. And if you give them enough time to think, they go, yeah, we actually headed up by ASU Greek Village. I'll cruise through Greek Village for y'all. I'll do Greek Village because I'm headed up to Scottsdale. All right, how much? I'm like $20-$25. Oh, perfect. Hey man, he'll drop us off at Greek Village, man. Because if I just say, hey man, you need a ride? No. See, it's too quick. It's way too quick. It's awkward as shit. It's not business. It's too awkward. You got to fill in that gap between the time you're giving them to think and when you expect that answer to say yes. Give them that time. Give them that time. And I always fill in that time block. That even with, like I said, most of my clients are women and they feel so safe with me because I fill in that time block. If I just walked up to, hey girls, you guys need a ride? They would look at me like, no, we're fine. But you walk up to them, say, hey ladies, you guys need to ride up to Greek Village or a frat party or something like that. Where you guys headed tonight? Because I'm headed towards Tempe right now. So if y'all need to ride up to actually, we are going to the frat party. Yeah, we got to go because okay, how much would it cost you to, and they be all excited and shit. How much would it cost to go? I'm like, all right, $20. I'll take you out to the frat party. All right. Hey, he's going to take us to the frat. And they be playing fucking everything in the car, anything under the sun in the car. Because you're giving them some time to think. You're giving them time to think. If you just walk, exactly, especially woman, man, especially woman. Because you walk up and you just, what up, JK, my brother? If you just walk up and you give them that abrupt, hey, you need a ride? It's too quick. It's too quick because they need an answer right now. And most people can't think that quick. So you give them time to think. You say, not only am I going to ask you if you want to ride, but I'm going to give you time. That's it, man. That's how you sell people. That's how you sell. And a lot of people come to my house And this is what they do when they want to sell shit at my house. They come out, are you the homeowner? That's the first thing they say. Are you the homeowner? I say, no, I'm just renting. See, it throws them off. They don't know, they're not ready for that. Are you the homeowner? No, I'm just renting. The homeowner actually lives in Illinois. Actually, the person who I bought the house from lives in Illinois. But this is, he don't want anything done to a house or whatever like that right now. See, I would teach these people, never go and ask somebody, are you the homeowner? It's too quick. It's abrupt. Say, are you the homeowner? Because we're in an area right now talking to homeowners about, because now you're telling me why you're here. If you say, are you the homeowner? And you just stop, I don't know what you want. So automatically I'm renting this house. Automatically right off the bat, I'm renting this house. Because now I want to see what you're going to say now. I want to see how fast you can think. No, I'm renting it. So when people come to my house and try to sell, I stomp their ass right out the door. People leave all the time and they never sell me shit because they don't know how to sell. They're not taught how to sell properly. Walk in. He said, how do you get banned from DoorDash? For real, man. How do you get banned from DoorDash? I don't know. Some people probably got banned from DoorDash. I don't know. I've never even done DoorDash. I've never done it. Some people simply don't have that charisma to say something, even if it's something basic. Yeah. And like I would educate these young kids out there who are looking for a career in sales, who want to do neighborhood sales, soliciting is what they call it, whatever the hell. You've got to have a better pitch. You can't be so quick. Come in, have it. Don't say, hey, listen, what we're doing is we're going around talking to homeowners about this is what we want to do to people's houses. This is how we're going to save you guys some money. Now I'm interested. Okay, I'm interested now. Okay, I am the homeowner. What are you talking about? Okay, I could do that. Or I'm the homeowner. I'm not interested in that. Oh, I'm the homeowner. Can I have a card? Let me think about that because that's good. But if you just walk up and say, hey, are you the homeowner? No, I'm just renting. The homeowner lives in Illinois. Why, what's up? It's like, throw their ass on. They be like, well, we got to talk to the homeowner. Okay, well, you got a card. I'll just give it to him. It's like, throw them off. They don't know how to handle that shit. They have no idea what to do with it exactly. Be like, I'm renting. And it throws them all off. If anytime somebody asks, like, I get phone calls sometimes because I'll be busy and I'll see a number pop up. Could be a client. Answer it. Say, hello. Hey, may I speak to Jeff? This is Jeff. Hey, Jeff, this is such and such from what's the name company, and this is on a recorded line for training purposes. I'm like, okay, what's up? Hey, can you verify the last four of your social and your phone number? I'm like, well, you just called me. How about you verify who you are? You called me. I'm like, how are you gonna call me, ask me to verify who I am with my last four of my social and my phone number? You just called me. What do you want? Verify who you are. Give me the last 40 of your social. Damn it, I don't know you. It's like, motherfucker, verify. You tell me who you are. Let me look you up real quick. What's your Facebook? Let me verify who you are first. What's your Facebook account? You got Instagram or something? Well, I don't have anything. I can't verify you. I ain't giving you no information then. Sorry. I do people like that all the time, man. Yeah, they scammers. It's like, who the hell, what idiot calls with a sales pitch and the first thing is, hey, this is on a recorded line for training purposes. Can you verify your identification with the last four of your social and your phone number? Bro, this is not a sale. This is a scam. What the hell's wrong with you? Like, who's stupid? Okay, this is the last one of my social. This is my phone number. What is the PIN number to the card you use all the time? Well, this is my PIN number. This and that. Okay. And what's your actual access code? Oh, well, let me see what my access code is. Make sure I give you that. Oh, yes, okay, am I verified yet? Well, you're not verified yet, Jeff. We need your middle name. We need the name of all your kids. Or am I verified? You're not verified yet. You got any pets? Yeah, what's all their names? Am I verified yet? No. Tell you what, can you mail me a key to your house? Send me a key to your house and we're going to try it in the front door tomorrow to make sure you're actually who you say you are. Okay, what address should I send this key to? It's like, motherfucker, how much information you need for me to verify? What do you want from me, first off? That's funny shit. One time I had these two church ladies come up to me in the car and ask me straight out, you want to go to church? I shook my head and said, no. No, I don't want to go to church. I don't want to go to church. No, poor friend will say, Jeff, say, selling, not renting. I know it, for real. I was like, no, I'm not going to church. I would tell them, somebody say, hey, you want to go to church? Be like, hey, My body is a temple, baby. My body is a temple. God already in me. I ain't got to go nowhere. God already got me. My body is a temple. Don't bother me about no church. Going on somewhere. You just want an offering. That's all. You got to tell them that. Be like, hey, you want to go to church? Listen, man, our body is a temple. God is already in us. We don't got to go nowhere. Who told you got to go to church? You tell that pastor all he wants is the money out of your pocket. That's it. He wants the tithes. He wants you to give an offering plate. Who are y'all to go around and ask us to go to God when God is already with us? They'll be like, yeah, we don't want you in church with us. Exactly. I'm headed to Jack in the Box. You want something? They'll be like, shit. We on our way out. We ain't going back to that house again. Don't bother me. Don't bother me. No, you gotta stop these people in their tracks, man. Fucking make their ass think. They ain't critical thinkers, man. You make them think because everybody's working on autopilot. Bunch of NPCs, man. They NPCs. So you throw them. You throw them something to think about, and they sit there like, shit. Never thought about that. Okay. What's that? I like that answer. You want to go to church? I don't gotta go. My body is a temple, baby. God's already with me. I ain't worried about no. Oh, well, since it's like that. Exactly. Be like, take out a whole bottle of water. I'm sitting here drinking holy water as we speak, lady. I'm drinking holy water. Sir, it looks like vodka. It's holy water. This ain't vodka. It says vodka on here just so I can trick people. This is holy water. You're drunk, sir, and you're driving. Like, man, no, that's funny. Yeah, you gotta stump those church folks every once in a while. Give them something to think about. They be like, because they working on a script, and I don't mind that. I don't mind people working on a script because a lot of people are trained. They're trained to sell. Like some people are natural salespeople, like they're just natural at it. That's why I say you don't have to go to college degree. If you haven't had an own business, whatever, you're just a natural at it. Some people are just naturals, and then you got those who are not naturals, and that's why they got to go get sales. But on this channel, I don't give you the. I like that. Let's say your holy water is full of spirits. The wrong spirits, baby. I got the Holy Ghost in this bottle. No, them was spirits. Like back in the day when you put the XXX on the bottle, because that should have knocked you out. Oh, the professor's live right now too. Oh, that's what's up. Well, I'm glad he's live because I got to actually get going because my client lands at 8:40. Let me see. My client actually lands at 8:40. What was he saying? So, yeah, because my alarm is going off at 7 o'clock anyways. So my alarm is going off at 7. So I'll chat with you guys for another 20 minutes. And then I gotta start showering up, getting the truck clean and everything like that. Uh-oh, what was he saying? He's like, yeah, that Jeff guy, don't listen to him, man. My girlfriend was asking for the math. What's the math? No, man, but yeah, man, I hope you guys out there this week, man, making money. This is going to be a good weekend because the first weekend and second weekend of most months, people got to pay rent and they're behind on rent and mortgages. We're now at the middle of the month. Middle of the month is the more discretionary period. Oh, he was talking about taking these company clients. Oh, yeah. Man, I appreciate him saying that. Thank you, Professor. This is, man, taking these companies, and that's what we're doing now. Why do you think Lyft is going overseas? Because Lyft is run on the clients. They just like, jeez. So what we got to do, man, is this weekend is discretionary income weekend. We've already had the rent weekend was the first weekend of the month. So that was a lot of people's money gone. Second weekend was kind of catch up on stuff. Now we're into the point where they've already probably had a couple of paychecks, and now they're willing to go out. They're willing to have a good time out at the bar. So make sure you got your business cards together, have your pitch already together, be ready to go out there and protect the community from Uber and Lyft. Just go out there, man, and drive around. So yeah, car payment and insurance, $295 a week, 2 airport rides for my zip code, paid for that, for the car payment and insurance, rest is cash flow. There you go. Hopefully he was telling everybody how to come over here for some real advice. He said, hopefully it was cool. You wouldn't really want to do this shit. And I mean, they've been telling us for what? Since I was driving a Jeep doing that, they've been telling us for almost 4 years, you guys got to stay on the apps. 4 years they've been saying that. In 4 years we've been doing it exactly how we've been doing it. and it's been working out just fine. Working out. Everybody who didn't do it, they're so far behind right now, income-wise. So far behind right now on discretionary income. Exactly. So far behind on building a client base. They're so far. Like I said, we were ahead of the pack. You got a lot of people who were short bus. A lot of people just started doing rideshare within the past year or so they don't really get it yet. So a lot of people who haven't understood and haven't gotten it yet, they're now getting into the space, going to different channels. They're going to the professor channel. They're coming over here. They're going to Rideshare Guy. They're looking at different channels and seeing who's really doing it for profits or for income, not pigeons sitting on an app. Like they're one guy, man, this is so fun. I gotta put it on video. Somebody sent me a clip the other day. It was so funny. I was dying laughing. But that dude, Chicago Master, whatever, Chicago Hustle Master, that dude, he is hustling backwards. That dude is hustling back. We were laughing so hard because he tried to call me out on some shit, and I fell out laughing. I was like, man, this dude, he is so far behind us. He's so far, and that's why I think people like him have a certain demographic of people around him. He hangs around a bunch of people that they have nothing. The only thing they have is their account. They look at their AR and they go, oh man, my AR is super high. Look at my AR. Oh yeah, man. That's all they got going. Me says, I love being a pigeon. See, some people love being a pigeon. Me, nah, brother. It's not me, man. Not me. See, you look on my apps. This week, I haven't done a single ride this week on either app, but I've been driving. All week for private clients. I haven't done a single ride on the app this week. When you have mastered the art of logistics, livery, ride service, when you have mastered that, the masters are no longer the apps to you. Right now, a lot of people have a master called Uber and they have a master called Lyft. Once you've mastered the game, those are no longer your masters. Right now, I got zeros on my screens for both apps. Zeros. I don't have a master right now. When you are a true independent contractor, true businessman, true owner of your business, you no longer have to rely on other apps to have you active, to give you surge, to give you the tips that they don't steal, to give you challenges. No, my challenge is me going into my community and making money. That's my challenge. I do it all the time. That's my challenge. So if anybody looks at me as an individual and says, Jeff, if you get deactivated off of Uber and Lyft, what would you do? I deactivate myself every week. I don't have no rides. I've done one ride on Uber probably since the last time I deactivate myself all the time. So I'm deactivated in my mind. And it forces me to go out and get private rides. It forces me to go out and do business. I'm not going to wait until I'm deactivated and I'm sitting around twiddling my thumbs like, man, I don't have no clients. I don't have no way to make money. I'm going to lose my car. I'm going to lose my house, man. Uber and Lyft, wherever. Once you get Uber and Lyft as your master, you truly can't even call yourself a master because you have a master. That's why I was laughing at that Chicago dude. He was like, yeah, he calls himself the hustle master. How are you the hustle master when you are being mastered by the apps? You don't have no income outside of the apps. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. He's like, I'm wearing the same shirt right now. Corey said, I'm wearing the same. Hey, this is what we is, baby. We the 300. We the 300. He said, I'm wearing that same shirt right now. There we go. And that's the thing. Is like, once you've mastered the art of ride service, ride share, livery service, black card service, whatever you want to call it, once you've mastered that, the apps will come to you. They're going to start sending you offers to get back on their apps. And I'm like, no, if I'm doing well on my own, why do I need to use the apps? Why? Like, you got to entice me to use the app, entice me to use it. Where's my incentive to use it? Where's my incentive? Because your incentive to use me is to get money out of me. That's your incentive. To steal my tip. That's your incentive. To give me 30% of a ride. That's your incentive. So I see what your incentive is. So I'm out getting 100% of everything I touch. 100% of everything I touch, I get. So that means I can do less rides. If you're only gonna give me $20 for that ride, but I can go out and do a ride for 100, that's 5 rides I don't have to do now. I just do 1 to get 100. On your app, I gotta do 5 to get 100. So I'm saving myself time, effort, energy. I am mastering my time. I'm mastering the whole livery industry of how I do business. Like Eric moved to Florida. He's selling me his client base. So he's selling me his client base. So now I'm magnified. I'm working his clients in slowly. Like I said, I already bought 1. I'm going to work that client in. If he's had other clients that need services done, call me. I'll see if I can work. If I can't work them in, then we have, other people I can have work into the equation. But I can't just take your whole client base and merge it into mine, because it may be people who I just can't do because they fall into the place of other people I'm already doing. So I'm just one of those people. I feel that, not that I've mastered ride sharing and stuff like that, but I feel that I don't have a master right now. I feel that I'm truly free and independent. I'm an independent contractor. I'm contracting with anybody out there who's willing to do legit business. I'm contracting with them all. But you got people out there who they're stuck on the apps. Ask them, where does your income come from? They go, oh, well, I just do Uber. I just do Lyft. That's it. You don't have no private clients? I ain't got time for that. TOS. I ain't going to Guantanamo Bay. TOS. Shit, I'm stuck on the apps. And that's that Chicago rideshare. I'm going to start, instead of calling him the Hustle Master, we're going to start calling him Hustle Backwards. He called himself Mr. Hustle Master. We're going to call him Mr. Hustle Backwards. This dude went from having a black luxury car. He used to drive a black luxury car when he first got on YouTube. He had a black luxury car. You usually go from a black luxury car to a black luxury SUV. This dude went backwards. He's got like a fucking minivan right now. He went from a black luxury sedan, like a Cadillac or a Mercedes, and he went to a tan minivan that he brags that he got for like $2,000 or some shit like that. This is who I talk about, who levels down. This is the type of guy that levels down. He don't level up. But he calls himself the Hustle Master. We're going to call him Hustle Backwards. Hey, Mr. Hustle Backwards. What's up? Instead of Mr. Hustle Master. What's up, Mr. Hustle Backwards? How you go from a black, nice luxury car backwards? You're supposed to go the other way. What are you doing? And now he's adding more out. Same dude got robbed in a minivan. He got robbed in that minivan sitting by a dumpster. How you get robbed in a minivan sitting next to a trash can? Usually people get robbed in nice cars. The fact that you got robbed in a minivan, it shit don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. But yet you want to talk about the 300? Bro, you don't want that smoke from over here. We laughing at you, dog. We laugh. We think you're funny. You are Mr. Hustle Backwards. You are that for sure. He be on the apps all the time, driving around smoking cigarettes and shit. Man, I'm on $100, man. I'm like, nah, bro. No. We cool on that shit. We cool on that. Stuck on the apps, use apps. I'm running an 09 Dodge Caravan, 24 Subaru Impreza. I'm learning how to make money. My van was 1K, Jeff. People love it. Hey, that's what it takes sometimes. Like I said, there's clientele out there. You got business people. You got a nice, clean minivan. There's business people out there willing to take it. Business people. This dude out there driving around delivering fucking burritos and shit, smoking a cigarette. How you gonna smoke cigarettes delivering other people food? I'm like, this is the dude. He calls himself Mr. Hustle Master. He is Mr. Hustler Backwards. How are you driving around trying to do live streams, smoking cigarettes, delivering people's hot dogs and shit? That's nasty. I don't want nobody fucking nicotine smoke all over my food and shit. That's like some old 1940 no health department shit. I'm like, dude, no, hell no. Oh yeah, we try to say something about, oh yeah, mic drop sucks, this and that. We do suck. We suck all that money up when we out in them streets like a vacuum. We suck all day. Motherfucker, we see that money, all that money coming this way because we suck, baby. We some suckers. Yeah. Motherfucker Newports, man. That's a Newport puffing on a Newport. Driving around. I mean, and then he got the nerve to have motherfucking Christmas lights in the top of that shit. How you go from a black luxury sedan to a motherfucking minivan with Christmas lights in it, and you call yourself the Hustle Master? I'm like, oh man. I said, bro, you are Mr. Hustle Backwards. Change your YouTube name from Mr. Hustle Master to Mr. Hustle Backwards. That's who you are, Mr. Hustle Backwards. Show people how you got to where you are, that you couldn't use that black luxury sedan you had to upgrade. You downgraded, and you're talking about your life is, oh, I downgraded. Shit's all, you got motherfucking Santa Claus lights all in that bitch, driving around smoking a cigarette. And we sit there like, this dude want to talk shit about me? This dude? Come on, man. Was like, come on, man. Oh yeah. Dude's a clown, man. Look at some of his old videos from back in the day. But I got a clip. Somebody sent me a clip, so I'm gonna play his clip on one of my next videos, and y'all gonna hear that shit and be dying. He was talking shit about me the whole time. We were rolling laughing. what that motherfucker drove from Chicago to Indiana to Lyft. Oh man, definitely Mr. Hustle Backwards. Definitely Mr. Hustle Backwards. And I want people to go to his channel and say that shit, be like, oh, what's up, Mr. Hustle Master? Oh, I mean, Mr. Hustle Backwards, what's good? Bro, you hustling backwards. I ain't never seen nobody hustle backwards. Then talk shit about somebody who's really doing a legit business. Bro, he does not do anything off app. Nothing. And I mean, even if he did it off app, who's gonna want to ride around in that motherfucking saloon? You got a 4-wheeled saloon right now. That shit smell like smoke. That's a little baby ass motherfucking poker room. That's what it smell like. You riding around in a poker room. That shit stank with Christmas lights in it. Got nerd talk shit about me. I was like, man, we were rolling laughing. I was like, this dude, he don't want none. He don't. We said, yeah, we'll give him a mulligan. I'm not even gonna make a whole live stream about that dude, man. We ain't gonna make a live stream because we could just go to his videos and roll on his ass. As I remember, because he was another one. He was another channel that had about his sub count was kind of close to mine back then. Real talk. I remember when he first started his sub count, he was monetized. His sub count was climbing up and everything. I think people realized that he wasn't worth shit once he started running his mouth too much, and then he was on live stream and he actually got robbed in this fucking minivan making videos and shit, sitting next to a dumpster. He was miseducating, misinforming people. This dude is sitting by dumpsters on dark alleyways and shit, scouting rides. And I'm like, bro, who listens to you? Anybody that listen to you gonna end up in the same boat you in. They watching you and they seeing how you move, and you saying, yeah, I move good. I move for this money. I move for this. Next thing you know, you getting robbed next to a dumpster in a damn alleyway in a minivan with Christmas lights in it. And I'm like, nobody listening to you, man. I think motherfuckers started unsubbing him after that. It's like, yeah, this dude ain't that bright. They all started unsubbing him. Yeah, he ain't that smart. He ain't that smart. Yeah, it's like there are people in New Hampshire that register in Maine so they can drive to Maine and do Uber. Meanwhile, Jeff has me learning how to make my own backyard, making money. I'm telling you, Mark, and that's what it is, man. Your community will take care of you if you take care of your community. It is that easy. It is that easy. And a lot of people, man, they scared to go to the mall. They scared to go outside the bowling alley. They scared to go by bars. They sit and they turn Uber on and they turn Lyft on and they sit there and they go, okay, I'm trying to make some money. Come on, Uber, Lyft, send me some money. Uber and Lyft gonna be like, dude, sell this ride for $20 and get this dude like $7 because he's been sitting there for a minute. Give him $7. Yeah, I'm gonna take this $7 and I ain't gonna make no money no other way. When you could have been right where those people was requesting rides from and did all them rides for $20 a piece. You could have did 10 rides from the bowling alley, 10 rides, and been like, dude, I just made $200 and I only been out here for like 3-4 hours. I just made $200 in 3-4 hours driving to this bowling alley doing $20 rides. It's like, because I don't do no $7 rides. I ain't doing no $4 ride. $20, $20, $20, $20. And next thing you're like, bro, I'm making bank just doing. I could do this shit all day and all night, man. Oh yeah, hood driving in Chirac is no man. Eating McDonald's, drinking Pepsi, and smoking a Newport. Man, this dude, he is one of the most unhealthiest jokes of a driver I've ever seen. He's the most of, oh yeah, Mike Drop he's horrible, he's shit, he's it. I'm like, dude, we just laugh. Because some people, man, they really try. Like I think he realizes his content, his material, the way he works, all that shit is like 5th grade compared to people like us that are probably in grad school by now. He's such a 5th grade driver, and we in grad school making money a certain way. We linking up business with businesses. We're linking up business with doctors and attorneys and lawyers. We're taking people to and from courthouses and shit like that. And this motherfucker driving around smoking a cigarette, eating McDonald's. He there eating nuggets and shit, talking shit. Yeah, they don't know what those guys are doing. He don't know anything. His name is Mr. He said, Mike dropped my ass. He said what he said. Yeah, his name is Mr. Hustle Master. We're gonna call him Mr. Hustle Backwards. That's his name, Mr. Hustle Backwards. Look, I turned my local university to make 610 hours on 175 miles. That's before I started handing out cards. There you go, Mark. We're gonna have to change your name to Mr. Hustle Master, and we're gonna make him change his shit to Mr. Hustle Backwards. You doing it better than him, and you don't even have a YouTube channel. So, Mark, you are the new official Mr. Hustle Master. Go and tell Mr. Hustle backwards to change his name because he is not the Hustle Master. You have out-hustled him. That dude, he is getting out-hustled by people with no YouTube channel. This is bad. Mark's like, bro, I'm street, I'm knowledgeable for all. I ain't even got to put my shit on YouTube. I'm gonna go out and make this money the right way. I am not doing no Mr. Hustle backwards shit. Man. With a 1K minivan, beat that, Mr. Hustle backwards. He's got a 1K minivan. We're gonna start calling you Mark 1K. What up, Mark 1000? Kind of like Andre 3000. What up, Mark 1000? It's good. That's Andre 3000 little brother, Mark. What up, Mark 1000? Motherfuckers say, hey, what you call? Hey, dog, my name is Mark 1000. What I call you, Mark 1000? Kind of like Andre 3000? No, Mark 1000. Because I make all this money with a $1,000 van, motherfucker. I'm Mark 1000. I out hustle Mr. Hustle backwards. Motherfucker, I am Mark 1000. Y'all not ready for that? Well, shit, man. My alarm about to go off in a minute. Here we go. I got to get ready to go pick my client up. What time is it? 6:59. I'll wait till the alarm go off. Once the alarm goes off, we're going to end the live stream because, like I said, I got to go wipe the van down. I got to jump in the shower real quick, clean up and all that. Then I got to go pick her up. But you guys have been amazing once again. Thank you so much on this live stream. Darius, my man, I appreciate the super chat, man. And don't forget, make sure you guys, if you're in Miami, Crew Wynwood in Miami, go to the very front of this video on the rewind, watch it, and you can get all the information on Crew Wynwood. Like I said, 50% off for Uber and Lyft drivers out there, or if you're doing private rides, just let him know. Be like, hey, man, I saw you on the barbecue, bro. You said you're going to take care of us if we swing through. I just want some food, man. Kick back for a second. There we go. That means it's time to go. I got to get ready to go to the airport. Dismissed. All right, man. So you guys, man, like I said, this weekend, everybody's going to be out there, man. Everybody's going to be out there. Rent is paid. Early month of bills are being paid. Go out there, get them business cards, secure these clients. If they don't want to pay what the apps are paying them, negotiate. If you're only a mile away, negotiate. If you're 10 miles away, don't even worry about it. But if you're a mile away from somebody and you see that price of $17 for 17 miles, that's a negotiation because they got to go 17 miles. You might want to say $40 for that. 17, say, man, I'll do it for 40. I can't do it for 17, but I can do it for 40. Oh, well, we only paid 37 for it. Then there you go. You ain't got to tip me then. $40, you ain't got to worry about tipping. There you go. Good deal. Now you got money and a new client. Man, time to get it. This is the channel for Mr. Hustle Backwards. All right, I'm going to see you guys later. All right, Darius, man, y'all be easy out there. Mark 1000, you be easy out there. Porfirio, Ruby Rosa, see you out there. Man, Greg, my man. Hey, be easy, man. We're going to have to do this again one day. We got to do this again soon, real soon.